Alright, welcome back everybody. Up next, we've got the Final Fantasy Any Percent Randomizer by Saint Von Jester. Take it away.
Yeah! Alright.
Woo!
Hey everybody! How's it going? My name is Saint Von Jester. Beside me is my friend Mezada. We are going to be running Final Fantasy Randomizer, Any Percent. The goal here is just to beat the final boss. And whatever final boss that is. But we've got two other people that are going to be bringing you this fun game. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to take it away to the two of the best. Take it away, Will.
The world is veiled in darkness. The wind stops, the sea is wild, and the earth begins to rot. The people wait, their only hope, a prophecy. When the world is in darkness, 4 warriors will come. After a long journey, 4 warriors arrive, each holding an orb, and we are your 4 warriors tonight. Saint Von Jester, he's known as the Cinderella Man of Final Fantasy Randomizer, along with Mezada. You can see them on your screen. Off in the distance are the other 2 warriors. Together they form a team. They are the Willuminati. I am the infectious Wukliosis, and I am joined by the other half of Willuminati. He is the immortal Will Bloodworth.
How the heck are you this fine evening, Mr. Cleosis?
Here we are. MAGFast 21. A little bit of paperwork. We'll go through this again later. January 7th, 2022. This is all about charity. We're going to go through all that. We've got donations. We've got links. We've got Final Fantasy Randomizer and Saint Von Jester himself playing this as if he was kind of going to be in a match. That's what we do, Will. We do one-on-one. We do 1 versus 1 versus 1. We do teams. All this other stuff in Final Fantasy Randomizer. Let's go through some of the stuff that we're going to be doing here. 4 light warriors. He's starting to do it. He's got a thief already, Will.
Yes, he does. You know how I feel about those guys? Well, everybody here might not, but that's my favorite character, and I usually just use one of them. But this isn't about me. This is about SVJ. He's got 4 times the firepower that I'm used to using, and I'm more than happy to watch him do it.
His second light warrior is a fighter, very classic, usually the lead in Final Fantasy. We're going to get to all about the series and a whole bunch of other things coming up. His name is Will as well. These are the 4 warriors we talked about. They are each holding an orb. They are just about ready to get going here. Will, we've also got a white mage and a black mage. Classic party here.
Love it. I love the balance here. They're not going to be locked out of anything as long as he finds a tail. He's going to have absolutely no problem using any magic, and he's going to have a little bit of white magic and a little bit of black magic on the thief and the fighter, respectively, once they class promote, if he decides to do so.
We can hear the crowd in the background. We heard them a little bit earlier. We can see them starting to grow. We can also see the crowd starting to grow right here live on Twitch. 4 light warriors for SVJ. You can see his palms trembling just a little bit as he is just about ready to go, and there he is. We are off. We are into Canaria. SVJ heads directly to the weapon shop. He finds a good amount of weapons in there, a little expensive. We've got 400 gold to start with. He starts off with a sword. He's going to check the armor, looking for chain armor. Does not see it.
A little bit of iron armor. That'll be great for his fighter once he can get the money together to put that on. This is
very
amazing,
good.
Amazing white magic. Cure 4 and exit. Lit 3. Quick and zap a couple of instant death spells. He is loaded for bear.
This is very good starting magic. It's randomized, fans. That lightning 3 you don't see till, hours into the game. It's randomized for levels. SVJ equips some falchions to his 2 warriors that can do some damage attacks physically. He's also checking the item shop. We'll get to an item shuffle later. He's picking up some tents. He leaves himself 46 gold. He's going to save Will. This is very important. He doesn't want to perish early in the game.
He does that, he's going to have to put everything back together, including the names of all the warriors, and start from scratch. So what he just did was smart. And what I don't think SVJ is aware of right now is that he's walking across a bunch of safe tiles. All that grass in front of the castle, you cannot get into an encounter on any of those grass tiles.
Right, safe tiles we call them. Manochi 85. A leather legend of Final Fantasy and Final Fantasy Randomizer, fires lightning 3, takes out 3 imps. In the randomizer, we speed this up a little bit, Will. A lot of conveniences going on here. He's up to level 3. He goes in, saves, resets. We'll get to that later, too. He's already off. He's headed towards the Temple of Fiends.
He's going to have a little date with his buddy Garland. He may check the chests in there to see what he can pull out. Maybe, hopefully, a little bit of gold so he can get some armor on both of those lead characters so they can absorb some hits.
3 chests to the left, 1 to the south, 2 to the north. SVJ's gonna check them. Picks up a cabin, it's a consumable save item. Now he gets attacked by zombies. What's in your head, SVJ, as he gets away? Here comes the 2 tops. He's looking for money. He gets 1,000 in a soft.
He'll get that, and he'll get what he gets from killing Garland, presumably. And he'll be able to put some armor on himself. Or he can hold on to that and get himself some level 2 magic. Let's see how he budgets.
Saint Von Jester closing in on Garland right now. As Will said, he gets ambushed. That's only 2 bones. They can hit you pretty good.
Gets away very easily, though. Very, very easily.
Some grimps as well. He's got fun names on. We'll see George later. His buddy Garland, he's going to fight his buddy Garland threatened to knock him down, Will.
And that wasn't very nice.
Beef with the Belgian. This is Poison Touch. Zap! Exile to the 4th dimension! Minochi 85, the Black Mage, down on 1 knee. Exiles Garland. See you later.
And you hear that lovely, lovely poison sound effects. I'm sure there's at least one person in the audience who I know is into that sort of thing.
Persetti 13 is here. That's the ruby and the ship that we've been given to. Randomized items, Will. Usually this was the the bridge.
Yes.
And the loot, of course. We aren't going to see those anytime soon. Maybe. We'll see.
Correct.
Free bridge is on in this exercise. As you can hear that poison sound, Will.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes. Poison SFX. Yet another fantastic duo of commentators in the FFR community.
Yes.
And now he's picking up some of this very, very crucial white magic in level 1. Life, Exit, and Cure 4. The only problem is they're all on the same one, so they're all pulling from the same pool of spell charges. That may be a problem later on, but that's also going to fill up to 9 max pretty quickly.
There's the pickup of the iron armor for the fighter that Will talked about earlier, that he likes. SVJ's already out and about to jump into his ship. We are live, fans, right here, live in front of everybody for MAGFast 2022. 3 days, Will.
We have a donation, Will.
We're doing it for Child's Play.
We've got some donations going on here, so take it away, host.
Hello, thank you very much. We've got a $20 donation from Avo saying, "Good luck to SVJ. I hear that Lich is hungry for some cake."
That he is. So something that we've just added not too long ago in the community is a faster ship. And you might mention Spaceballs here.
Mega made. The speed boat is off. SVJ's in that boat. He heads directly to Provoca. Level 2 magic here, but SVJ's not interested. He goes and directly has a chat with Bicky. He's going to take on the pirates. Does Minochi 85 do it again?
Let's hope so.
Another mini-boss, maybe? The pirates are attacking. They're going after Minochi. They're going after Will. Will takes out one of them. Pirates hanging in there, but nope.
Kaboom.
Minochi 85 again with that effective Lightning 3. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of that Lightning 3, Will.
I do believe in the early game that's pretty much going to be a go-to. That and the insta-death. Because why not? You got it, use it. That's going to carry you pretty quickly. Later in the game, we're going to see more physical attacks from that fighter and that thief.
Randomized items, of course, yields us the canal. There's the vendor item, Will.
Ooh.
Now, in the original game, that was the bottle. You had clues to it throughout the game. You had to find the place. We've randomized that here.
Correct. That would normally be a bottle. It would normally be in the caravan in the northern continent. As of right now, any shop, any item shop can carry that item.
Thank you again, Avos Ruin, for the donation. We also had Kanazo was in there, Will, a little bit earlier. Rubicon. Thank you for your donation here. Level 2 white magic, Will.
Heal 2, serviceable. Invis, also serviceable. Those aren't going to be late game. How about our black magic? We're looking at Nuke.
Oh, wow.
Mother of all bombs. Bane and Slow 2 coming along with it. He is packing quite the heat. I think the age of Lit 3 has come to an end. We are going to now see the nuclear era take over this reign.
2 hits already from the falchion and the fighter named Will. There's the nuke, 208, and down goes a shark.
Kaboom.
Where to next for SVJ? I gotta think maybe a little bit of Elfland. His money situation isn't quite the greatest. Well, I want to take a look at the screen here, especially when SVJ gets into a battle. He's running something that we call Modern Battlefield.
Correct.
Of course, it doesn't pop up. We're gonna get to that. It's a little bit different. But he does head to Elfland for level 3 black magic. That's Temper.
Yes. Temper is a fantastic find. That's going to buff any attack. It's going to add extra hit power to any swing. So that's going to get lobbed onto the fighter, possibly the thief later in the game when we're faced off against some tougher enemies.
SVJ still running all 4 light warriors based upon this magic, based upon the strengths of the thief, the strength of the fighter. I can't blame him for this. How about the armor shop? He's looking for 2 things, Will. Neither of them are there.
Nope. You want to get some bracelets? That's for sure. And I'm not quite sure what the second thing is that you're thinking of. Probably a pro ring, maybe. But yeah, neither are here. It's just an iron shop.
266 gold left for the Cinderella man now. He's going to check out the level 4 magic. Can't buy anything, but he wants the information. There's nothing there. Level 4 white.
Garbanzo beans in there, yep.
Fast in level 4.
There's your fast. There we go. It's accessible. It's affordable. We're going to need it. We're going to abuse the heck out of it because that's going to double the amount of swings that either of those attackers is going to be able to impose upon an enemy.
Incentivized Marsh Cave is where Saint Von Jester is headed to. He wants money and he wants the incentivized item. 2 different ways you can go here. The incentivized item will be in the normal original crown chest from 1980. Gosh, no, 87, I believe it is.
Somewhere in that neighborhood.
Unrunnable fight here, Will. He's going to use that Lightning 3 and save the nukes.
Yeah.
I don't think he's got any houses.
I don't think he needs any houses. I think he'll be okay. Oh, the Care Bear stare coming out from the Gerwolf. So the stare skill is something you're not going to commonly see in the original game because it's really buried. And that's not something you wanted to see either.
Damage poison from the Gerwolf. Saint Von Jester perishes on his way to the Marsh Cave.
That wolf is poison.
2 different types of enemy exclusive poison, Will. They're the same element, but 2 different versions called the stone poison element. What are the differences?
One of them is going to turn your character to stone. The other one is going to do physical, numerical damage to the character.
That's on the Grey Wolves. They're prominent in this game. They're in the Titan's Tunnel. They're in Earth Cave. They're all over the place. SVJ now enters the Marsh Cave. He's headed north. There's 4 chests up there, 2 uniques, 2 linked. He gets ambushed again.
Wow. That thief needs to get some levels on it so it gets the agility and luck up, which is going to prevent him from getting ambushed quite as often, and will also give him the ability to ambush the enemies themselves.
Runs into more zombies. What's in your head again?
I don't know.
Zombie. Zombies are attacking. They're going after the Wills. The ghouls have cremate. That's fire elemental. Not high damage, though. He's going to use those heal pots. He got 30 of them. Good thing he did.
Yes, it is. He needs to keep all of them alive.
Silver Dagger. The magic plentiful. The money is not. The equipment really is. Those are the girls. They've got the damage poison. Mezada shows up and gets away.
He had no desire to let that fight go on any longer than it had to. He whipped out a nuke ready to go.
Mezada's about to show up again. Watch just what he does here, fans.
Reset.
SVJ, he might have reset, but he's going to use exit here.
That's fine. With a level 1 exit, you might as well. Save what you got. Early enough.
Some of the fans here live on Twitch. There is Mr. Versetti 13, of course, one half of Team Poison sound effects. That's a Kyu Kitsuki over there, too. Well,
yes, it is.
One of my favorites, Adam. Great to see you, as always, as the chat starts to grow a little bit here. This beautiful Friday evening in the middle of January. Chance to strike first. SVJ gets away from the cremate ghouls.
And now you're seeing some of the benefits of having that thief in the front.
Scorpions going after Mono. Again, SVJ gets away. SVJ gets ambushed again.
Yeah, they must have a really high ambush rate. That does happen.
That's willful.
What are we looking at here? We got a little bit of gold.
100 gold. 2
Run by
chests
that.
right here coming up for SVJ.
gold.
700.
And a rune sword. You know who
rune
that
sword.
goes on? You know who that goes on?
Not yet.
Not yet, apparently. He's going to put that on the fighter. That is one of the strongest swords that the thief can hold. Rune, dragon, and coral.
SVJ's going to try to get away so that enemy does not run amok of him. He does.
Ouch.
Guarded, incentivized chests coming up. Look like SVJ. Oh, SVJ's putting his fighter up on the top, and it's guarded by grubs.
Oh boy.
He's gonna do. No, he's gonna run away.
They're not so grump after all. And we got a crystal. That's going to go to Matoya. She's going to get her vision back. And then she's going to give them something in return.
Linked chest right there that SVJ was going for.
I think he's getting turned around a little bit here.
Oh, was that Death Touch?
Yes, it was.
Very well should.
Death Touch?
Yes.
That's on the gargoyles, Will. They're gonna come up again. They're an Earth Cave.
That's not an enemy you want to see with Death Touch. They are a frequent enemy in this game. They're going to be in the Earth Cave. They're going to obviously be here in Marsh. They're going to be all over the darn place. I believe they're also in at least one other dungeon.
Welcome to the chat, Twinstrumental.
Yes.
Will, tell the fans that might be watching this festival. Obviously, this is the first MAGFest and the MAGFest part of that, of course. First time they've seen the original game. This, we aren't very young anymore.
No.
What in the world is Death Touch?
Death Touch is a skill. Basically, it's a touch attack. It's something that is inflicted upon one of the player's characters when the enemy lands a hit on that character. It's not an always thing, and that was brutal. That wasn't quite Death Touch, but it was death. So a touch attack is something that affects you when the enemy hits you physically. There's an enemy called Sorcerer you'll meet later in the game, possibly in the Ice Cave, that in the original had that skill. And that skill gets shuffled to another of the 100+ enemies in the game. It just happened to have apparently landed on the gargoyle.
SVJ perished on his way back to Elfland from the regular wolves, not even the grrr wolves. I'd like to welcome, as again the crowd continues to grow here. Will CG Classic Gamer 76, the proprietor is here.
Yes.
Radiant BC, welcome. Enjoy its Final Fantasy Randomizer at some of his finest, played by two of the greats. Will Mezada, all the games that he plays, and of course SVJ. We can see him stream many games. That's twitch.tv/SaintVonJester. Getting out there over here to Maryland, overlooking the Potomac River to get this charity going. Let's get some donations going too, fans, by the way. You can type !donate to find the link. Will, you were in there earlier. Thank you so much for your donation here.
Absolutely. Yeah, I want to see that double dragon. I want to see those dragons at the end of this. Everybody's seen chaos. We don't need to see chaos. Let's see something different.
We're just crossing the 15-minute mark as SVJ went through the canal and turned around. He's headed back to Canaria. No, turning the crystal.
It's time. It's time. Let's see what Matoya imbues us with. Is it going to be the herb, like in the original game? It is the adamant, which is not far off from here. The adamant is going to be turned in a couple houses over at the dwarf cave. And we will see if he decides to converse with a particular dwarf that I think is on both of our minds right now.
First, he gets ambushed again by the creeps and ogres.
Oh,
This is kind of alarming, Will.
Yeah,
I don't
a
see
bit.
this many groups and formations pushing him that much.
yeah. Well, the good thing is if this just comes down to stats, if some of these enemies just have higher ambush stats, like say the shadows do in the original game, it means you're not going to encounter that later. So when you're diving deep into the say the sea shrine floor of the Temple of Fiends, you're not running into all these ambushes and getting absolutely decimated.
SVJ with his adamant in hand is now headed
not
towards
familiar
a
yet.
northern dock inside. This is the Aldi Sea. A lot of this inner sea here is a long progression in that original game, and he's got that fight again. It's the wolves and the Gurwos. They are deadly, and they fired the cremate. Are they messing with Saint Von Jester? Mono down to one knee, he gets away.
Thank goodness. He's kind of the heart and soul of this team right now until we can carry with the fighter and the thief.
Pure potion, just pure potion.
Are we doing it?
And the money. There it is.
We are.
Hooray! Come on.
Oh, he teased us.
Get him over there, SVJ. Hooray! That is the hooray dwarf.
Hooray. And he gets TNT. He can turn that in just a little bit south of here. Hit him again.
There it is. Hooray.
I think that hooray was for not having to go anywhere to turn in the TNT.
Anyone who plays this game, no matter what you think, we all agree and disagree. No matter what it is, we all can agree on the hooray dwarf. As the adamant turn-in led to the TNT, Narek wanted the TNT, he handed over. Was that a vessel, Will?
That was a canoe, my friend. That means he has access to all the river systems in the game, which opens up Ice Cave, it opens up the volcano, and once he's able to get... Well, he's got the Northern Docks turned on, so he can actually go to Waterfall, he can go to Onrak, he can go to the Castle of Ordeals, and I think that's the end of that list.
Got a question from the chat here about where everyone is. Of course, you guys can see Mezada and Saint Von Jester. They are in Maryland, National Harbor. Harbor?
Yeah,
okay,
National
thank
Harbor,
you.
yes.
We are remote. Willuminati is remote as... Hold on. SVJ is now muted.
Yikes.
Thank you.
Don't speak. I know what you're thinking.
What you're thinking?
Oh, Jesus.
And I don't need no reason except to run away.
That's it.
The Willuminati is at home. We are remote, and especially in this day and age, with the national pandemic, of course, going on. Of course, here in northern Michigan for Wilkliosis, in the Emerald City for Mr. Bloodworth.
Yes. Coming at you live from Seattle, WA, in Pacific Northwest, on the opposite end of the country from where this event is happening.
Fade, level 5, second slot, the Cinderella Man, along with Warp. Now, Saint Von Jester has the ruby in hand. Is this a Titan feeding?
I wouldn't see why not. He's going to get himself a key item here from Sarda. I like to save outside of there, because you do run into encounters here, and there's a lot of wolf packs, as I just...
You caused?
The Titan has been fed the ruby. SVJ is going to go outside. There's 4 chests to the south. He'll probably get those on the way back. First, he runs into tigers. They're unrunnable. You notice it says wait right there. Did not in the original game. It's a great convenience that we have. Speaking of conveniences, how about Nuke at level 2? Mono, take out tigers.
Nice.
400 is the maximum damage you can do with that spell. He just did it. One of those tigers just got microwaved.
We've got another donation coming up. EQ, thank you. We're going to get to that in just a moment with our hosts whenever they're ready. There's the ghouls again. There's their other cousin, the Geist. Minochi's stunned. There's a touch effect. That's a touch effect. Instead of death, that was instant paralysis.
Oh, it's stun touch.
Status effect.
And you have about a 1 in 4 chance of coming out of that, but it really feels more like 1 in 50 when you're playing the game.
It does.
And we have the Chimichanga. We're ready. We have access. We have access to the Mirage Tower now. With a cube, we can clear the entire dungeon.
More things opening up for SVJ. He attains the chime from Sarda and his oceanfront property.
Sarda.
Did we do the
strike first against
Did we do the this is Sarda? We did not. We missed our opportunity.
Well, you missed it.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame.
SVJ runs into more wolves. Did not check the 4 chests in the Titan's tunnel without any money in his gold pockets.
They're locked by the Mystic Key, which I don't have.
Details.
They are?
Yes?
Not.
Oh, what am I doing?
They're not locked.
They are most definitely not locked by the Mystic Key.
They don't know this.
They were locked by the Titan.
They were locked by...
There's nothing in there anyway.
What a bunch of garbage.
That's all your fault, Wilkliosis.
But at
Sorry
least
about
now we
that,
know.
boss.
Yeah, at least
We know
and
they're
knowing is
full
half
of
the
ice.
battle. Yes, yes, yes.
I have had better hernias than what was located in the Titan.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
That was a Costco-sized bag of crap right there. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Fans, we gotta go.
God.
There's the ghouls again. Now they're deadly. They're sucking
Not
cousins.
anymore.
What's going on with them? SVJ doesn't want anything
They're
to do
dead.
with it. Fires that nuke, doing more
Wait.
work. There goes that pack of undead.
They gone. Who said you can't microwave a ghost? No one has ever said that.
Level 7 across the board for the Cinderella man. He heads back to Melmond. Pro rings were for sale here. Pro rings, the best hand armor in the game, will equipable by any light warrior. Provides some protections as well from an element.
Oh, indeed. It protects against any death elemental, like Rub, Quad X, etc.,
enemy.
etc.
Or the enemy exclusive Squint and full AoE area of effect Toxic. Also death
Yes.
elemental.
Yes. As long as we're quoting Britney Spears lyrics over here.
SVJ is now headed towards the city of Crescent Lake. With his canoe, he cuts across, runs into a Hydra. This Hydra's unrunnable.
We're running into a lot of unrunnables, unfortunately. But we are getting them out of the way early, which means that there's a limited number of unrunnable fights. I think it's either 16 or 24. I asked Jair a couple days ago. He didn't even remember if it was 16 or 24. He said that sounds about right. So once you get those out of the way, there's going to be more runnable packs later in the game that are more dangerous. So he's going to be able to get away with that thief pretty easily.
Ruse
Brack
at
and
level
Ice
6
Three.
white magic. Also Brack available in black magic. Will?
Yes.
It's the Circle of Sages.
Yes.
Mezada didn't give them their medication again.
I'm
Oh my goodness,
God.
Mezada.
I
Shit.
took it for myself. I needed it.
Speaking of medication, we got a couple
Mezada.
donations we need to read.
Yep.
Look at the...
Yep,
Look at
thank you
there.
very much.
It's
Oh,
been
actually, we just got an
good
extra
find.
donation, so we've got 3 now. Sorry
Oh,
about that. But we got a $10 donation from Elf
Let
Queen
them go back
86
to doing
saying,
their
"Let's
Tai
go,
Chi."
Jester. Let's go. Good luck on the seed. We're keeping count." We've got a $10 donation from Kuketsuki saying, "Excalibur is better than Vorpal. Not only does it have double the base damage, but it has advantage against most enemy types. Do the right thing. Drop the trash from the Sky Palace." And then we've got a $40 donation from ADR with no message. Thank you very much.
ADR, thank you. Thank you very much. It's the 24-minute mark. Saint Von Jester's in the air, Will.
Love it. Love it. Now we have access to
Advantages
just about everything.
of being in the air, Will. Biggest advantage.
Biggest advantage, well, right now I think the biggest
need
advantage you
tents.
can take is to go to the Cardi Islands,
you need
get
housing.
some money, go buy that freaking floater, or that tail, go class change, and get some honest gear
You got a
on that thief.
Got the money for the tail, does he? 20,000 gold. It's located
Does
here.
he have the 20?
I don't think so.
He's
No, he
shy
does
about,
not.
16,000.
Oh, so close.
Did you see? See SVJ with like a sign on the road. He's like, we'll
Light
rip
orders
Mezada.
Need my...
Need- We'll work for tail.
I was gonna say, what's SBJ gonna do for sale?
We are nearing the 30-minute mark. Around this time, we like to do kind of a tradition in Final Fantasy Randomizer. We like to do a little show of what's happened earlier on so far in this game and tell that story a little bit more.
Yeah.
We're going to do that in a very special way right now. We are going to do a mono recap. In honor of Minochi85, here comes the recap. Well, did you know that with the Child's Play charity that we're doing all this for, MAGFest in 2009, can you guess how much money MAGFest has donated to Child's Play charity?
Well, I don't have to guess. I happen to know for a fact that it's over $500,000 since 2009.
$500,000. And there's your recap, Mono. Thank you. Rest in peace.
Indeed, rest in peace, Mono. Cookies for you. Cookies for you, buddy.
Castle of Ordeal for Saint Von Jester. The Citadel of Trials. Pillars, Will.
Hate them. Hate them. Hate them all.
The pillars are randomized here, fans. He hits it, there's the arc coils. He hits a whammy.
No one likes gargoyles either.
No.
No.
Got someone in the chat doing typos saying toss something in the Gurgu volcano. You don't do that here, CPC.
No. I think it says toss the... What? Yeah, to toss the trash in the trash.
I haven't seen a
Sorcerer.
katana yet.
Or unrunnable. He's down to 2 nukes. That's Glare. Glare hits. That's time elemental. The white mage Mezada's laying down.
Oh, that's
He
not
does not
good.
have access to life now. That's time elemental, instant death, glare, and it hit the white mage.
The only person who can revive the white mage is the white mage. That's a problem.
No, also no access to exit here. Now here's the mummies. These are plentiful. Do the mummies have a script? It does not
Yes,
look
it's
like they're
attack,
going physical.
attack.
Fire 2. Adjustment here from Saint Von Jester Will. He's only got 1 nuke left.
Oh, there, that'll help. Immediately throw that onto that thief and give it a little bit of absorb power. The cool thing about bracelets is that they have no evasion penalty, or rather a very, very low one.
Whoa.
Double zombie dragon fight, but the thief got away. That's the advantage right there. SVJ wanted nothing to do with that at this point. This dungeon is incentivized. It's going to give him either something incredibly desirable or absolutely required.
Indeed.
Not
So
much
hopefully-
treasure.
I'm thinking Oxyale. No, he got the
There you
loot.
go.
That's needed for endgame. That's something that Princess Sarah normally gives you at the very beginning of the game.
Oh no! Oh no! SVJ
Oh.
got ambushed by the wolves! Those
That's not
wolves
good.
hit with the stare. Stare's their enemy skill. They have the damage poison as well. That's next under script. SVJ has got to get away from this or use his last nuke. He needs turn order. He needs to go.
He's
But he'll get some
got
right.
it. He's got it.
That could have been a huge time loss that came down to turn order and what we call RNG, the random number generator. Well, he got away with it.
Yes, he did. Thank goodness for that, because he would have had to repeat the entire dungeon had he gotten wiped there. So he walks out with the loot. It's an endgame item that he needs to get through the final dungeon. That's something, like I was saying before, that the Princess Sarah gives you right after you rescue her at the very beginning of the game in the original. You hold onto that, you have no idea what it does. You have no idea what it's for if you've never played it before.
What is
looks
that,
like a
Will?
mistake.
It's a terrible decision. It's a terrible decision is what it is. Because anybody who's not friends with Tyro is no friend of mine. Sorry. I love you, SVJ, but gotta say,
They Tyro, it's a dinosaur. There's arguments in the community of whether or not you let the cute little dinosaur go or you eat it. Obviously, SVJ was hungry.
it
I-
was
I'm good. I'm a vegetarian
some
because I'm
blue
on the ground,
steak
I
out
guess.
there.
Live
Okay.
on Twitch. This is MAGFest, a portion and a subderivative of MAGFest 2022. It's January 7th. We are live from National Harbor near the Potomac River with views of the Woodrow Wilson Bridge. Mezada's looking over there right now. Look out there. This is Willuminati. I am the infectious Will Cleosis. We have also the immortal Will Bloodworth here, raising money for Child's Play charity here. Get your donations in twitch.tv/MAGFast. Exclamation point donation in the chat. We'll give you the link to do it. Thank you to everyone who has already. Will Bloodworth has done it already, of course. Kanazo's been here. Elf Queen. Thank you so much. Keep them coming in.
So what I want to see happen here, and he's not doing it, I want to see him go get enough money to get that tail, class change, get some spells. Because he's at that level now. Once you get to level 15 with the fighter and the thief, and you class promote, every odd numbered level you get after that point, up to 4, is going to give you a spell charge.
You're going into the
Yeah,
SK with a lot of easy.
Cardia Island.
Parties are where I personally would go. I'm sure SVJ has his reasons for going to Ice Cave first, and we will watch him hopefully not struggle too much with this.
Yeah,
Raid.
the reason why is because I forgot.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
it
Back in
happens.
heat. SVJ, of course, is in the Ice Cave. This is another incentivized dungeon, fans. Much like Castle of Ordeal, the Marsh Cave was earlier. This could hold his endgame weapon. It could be that precious, beautiful,
Katana.
unbelievable game changer
Masa.
could be in here,
Yeah.
potentially.
Yeah.
Mystic Key is also out there as well, which will yield not only its requirement, but certainly a lot of treasure.
And he's going to check out this trap tile chest.
Shuffled
Ooh,
trap
3.
tiles is the zombie D. This is the 2 to 4 zombie
That's
D
good.
trap
That's
tile.
good trial.
It's an option.
I would consider. Nah, no, I wouldn't. I was gonna say I'd consider taking that fight for all the XP, but not really needed. Not yet.
BJ starts to dig deeper into the ice cave now. Fights some more wraiths. We know they're packing.
Will's doing
Packing
his
the
job
heat.
now.
He's gonna check these 2 chests over here. There's a shuffled trap
Oh.
tile. It's of course it's the
Oh,
werewolves.
no.
Of course it is.
Of course.
We know they got stare, they got damage, poison. SVJ's not gonna mess around. He's gonna either get away or nuke him. He gets away. He does not check the chest. He got nervous.
We can check it now.
Werewolves are attacking. They're going after the wills. Physically.
Fine. They can take the hits.
There we go.
And
And they go
Mono-
after Mezada.
Hey. Mononucleosis. Very nice.
Mononucleosis.
That's right.
Great weapon right here, Will. It's the light axe. It can be equipped by the fighter. And the
It
rune
could be.
sword can be moved to the thief.
Yeah.
Pretty
Looks
good
good
weapon.
to me.
Thanks for the help. Appreciate it.
Light, the light axe is going to act as a harm 2 spell, which harms the undead if he uses it as an item. And the Zeus Gauntlet can be used as lightning 2.
Hey, I can do something.
It's chest down here. There's a trap tile right here. Forced encounter
That's
tile.
a-
It's the airs.
That's a tough one.
The airs have fire too. This is damage. If the airs keep going, no.
Ooh. Well, that's fortunate.
No sign of a ribbon quite yet. We'll go through the benefits of a ribbon. There's 3 in the game. If SVJ can dig one out, he hasn't found quite a lot yet, but it's definitely getting better with the Zeus Gauntlet and the light axe.
Yeah. We can describe what the ribbon does. Like you said, there are 3 of them in the game, and what they do is they protect against all 8 elementals, of which that fire that you just saw was one, of course. So it's going to minimize the amount of damage that you get from them. It doesn't negate it entirely. You still get hurt. You just don't get hurt nearly as much. And that, right there, is my second favorite sword in the game. That gives you evasion.
I'm going to read a donation here real quick. We'd like to thank Anonymous. We know you can hear this voice. You know you can hear the wills. You know you can see SVJ. And of course the great Mezada and all the streaming that they do as SVJ gets ambushed. The race hit hard. They've got fire 3. Bloodworth is gone. Mezada's gone. The race are messing with SVJ perishes.
Ouch.
At least I know where to go now.
They
Yes,
just
you do.
they just donated a perishment to the Cinderella man.
Oh, no.
Another death for Saint Von Jester, but he knows where these things are. He knows where the Zeus Gauntlet is and the Light Axe as well. He can certainly make those decisions.
He knows what the
SVJ goes
skill-
in for round 2 right now in the Ice Cave. Thank you to Anonymous, a $40 donation. And
Ooh.
and I quote, SVJ and the Willuminati? What year is this? Love you guys. Awesome work. Love you.
Love you.
This is why we are here. Child's Play Charity. It's SVJ, and it's the game that we all grew up on, the game that we love, and the fans. Thank you for having us. We hope you enjoyed the show.
I don't have my light axe.
See, if he had that light axe right now, he could have used it on that packet undead,
That's
but
what I
he
wanted
had to go
do,
die.
and I forgot.
He had to go get ambushed by freaking wraiths.
That's not my fault.
With
It's Mazada's
fire-
fault.
It's not my fault.
Yes, it is.
I'm not the thief.
Who's it? Mezada's fault?
Yes, it is.
I'm pretty sure it's Will's fault.
Well, we can't blame Mono.
Which will?
Don't blame Mono.
There's 2
Choose.
wills.
It's Mazada's fault. Everything's Mazada's fault, right?
That's no. Not gonna lie.
Enemy statistics range from a base of the original game to 50% of that base up to potentially 200%. Bosses coming up are what are called clamped.
Ew.
100% minimum. The rates again are starting to bash SVJ, but SVJ gets away.
Thank
Bosses
goodness.
coming up are clamped up to potentially 250% of their original stats and hit points. We're going to be getting to that somewhat soon.
I don't recall what was in that top chest, but
Death.
Fire
I don't
two
remember
from the airs.
seeing worth
this
anything.
isn't-
Starting to fire up. Mezada's gone.
Welp.
Bloodworth is gone. Will C is gone. Mono's gone. SVJ dies again.
I'm going one more time.
Okay, you know, there's the card you else remember.
Shh.
The third
I'm already
shot
here.
into the ice cave, Will. What do you think?
I think this should be the final.
Okay.
I think this should be the final attempt.
Been
You don't
taken
get
out
this?
twice by 2 different enemy types
I don't need
now.
that light axe. I need a defense sword and the Zeus gauntlet, so.
It's just hot air, Mr. Steady.
Oh my lord. So many raids.
This does not seem like the place to be without ribbons.
No.
Or
SVJ
levels.
Gets away.
Or both.
Or
Going in here at level
those
7 was a
steel
bad
pots.
You know, class change.
plan. We're coming. It's coming.
This is an incentivized dungeon again. There could be something very desired or very required. Well, there is. There could be something required, but there is definitely at least something desired.
We have a Zeus gauntlet at bare minimum. We
This
have a bunch of wraiths chasing him down
you
like
will.
he owes them money.
short order. He got it. SVJ gets away. This is his third shot into the ice cave. Goes directly into the drop down and faces the worms again. He's gonna run away from them. Looks like he's gonna skip the light axe. He is. He's going for the Zeus gauntlet out of the 6th chest.
Yep. That's pretty much the only thing I think you probably have to worry about at this point.
Unrunnable red bones.
Oh,
they are
shoot.
undead. He's gonna attack. There's 2 hits from the fighter. There's 2 hits from the thief. Our bones trying to fight back. We go on to round 2. He's conserving his spell charges.
More.
No, he's gonna use one. He's got 4 nukes. He's gonna use one.
That's fine. I don't disagree with that. Fire probably could have done the job, but that's
Probably.
get the fight over with. Perfectly
More heal
reasonable.
pots being used for the Cinderella man. 37 minutes, closing in on 38 minutes. A unique game. Every game off of Final Fantasy Randomizer. Well, nothing really even close to each other. You can play this too, if you can hear these voice well. How do you do that?
Yes. You go to FinalFantasyRandomizer.com and you can join the Discord. And we are more than happy to help set you up and get you rolling with this wonderful, wonderful randomizer game.
But before that, it's the Child's Play charity. Why we're here. So before you go to FinalFantasyRandomizer.com, after SVJ picks up that defense sword, which we'll get to as well, I want to talk a little bit real quick about that Child's Play, the foundation itself. It's a gaming industry charity that is dedicated to improving the lives of children and teens in children's hospitals around the world. Child's Play has a network of over 180 children's hospitals worldwide and has nearly 200 domestic violence shelters across the United States alone. That is why we are
Nice.
here. The reason SVJ is in the ice cave is to get the required Mystic Key.
Indeed he does, and the exit is saving him from a whole lot of strife dealing with more of those wraiths. So now he has the ability to unlock a whole bunch of stuff. And he also has the ability to go buy a tail, which I think he's taking full advantage of.
Oh, speaking of donations, we actually just got one.
Fire away. We've got some time.
Yep.
We got another $10 from Elf Queen 86 saying, "How about this? And I dare anyone to join me. $1 per death we're up to. 18 as I write this."
I need to die more.
Famous last words, right?
Yeah.
Mystic Key in hand. The Cinderella man, Saint Von Jester, is headed to Canary Lock. There's 6 chests here. This is incentivized.
Mm-hmm. And
There's
there's
a
the
coral
coral
sword. and
sword.
a If he wants
And
it, that's the cube. That's the loose
That's
item.
the loose item.
That is the loose. You are correct,
Oh,
because
there's the
that
bottle.
is the actual incentive item. So we had one loose item, one non-incentivized chest that had a key item in it, and you just saw it. There's 21 there's 21 locations, NPCs, etc., and 22 incentivized items. That saves him the trouble of having to look through a whole bunch of boxes later in the game to find that one item.
Oh, let's go over here.
One less thing to worry about.
Let's go here real quick.
Let's do that. 8 chests in this room.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Hooray.
BJ's gonna use that Mystic Key. He's gonna check out a nice little dense amount of chests here in the Dwarf Cave. He was here earlier. This will clear this out. No encounters in here. It's nice and safe. You can do some planning, maybe pick something up.
You can
Let's see
celebrate
what
with the
he
Hooray
has.
Dwarf.
It,
should.
absolutely.
There you go.
There's a pro ring.
Hurry.
Pro ring.
There's an opal shield for his promoted knight once he does that.
Well, SPJ got that defense sword out of the ice cave. He finally,
Yes.
when he stopped
Yes.
perishing. Can you tell us
Yes.
a little bit about the defense sword?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing to get. So what that's going to do is cast a spell called Ruse when it's used in battle. That is going to create a higher evasion stat. Oh my goodness,
There
speaking
you
of
go.
weapons. This is the most useful weapon in the game because it can be equipped by anyone and it does a ton of damage and swings a ton of times.
And that is the Mazmoon, is the highest damage dealing item in the game. It can be equipped by any light warrior. It is the winner of the 2018 Spring Tournament Choice of Weapon. It is the preferred weapon of most players, well, in
I
general.
would say a big percentage of them.
Yeah.
I think you have a big contingent of the Team Vorpal people who, well, I mean, I don't know why y'all do it, but you do it. And then you've got people who are into Masa. And then you've got people like me who are into Katana. Now, Defense Sword, which we were talking about before, being able to stack evasion means that enemies that can hit you a whole bunch of times, like, say, Kraken or Kraken 2, are going to hit you a lot less frequently, which means they're going to hurt you a lot less. In those deeper battles, you're going to want to be able to avoid getting destroyed or liquefied by enemies like that. Defense Sword is the key to making sure that happens.
You don't have the Morcos if you want to.
Ale in hand, purchased from the vendor as the vendor item. Saint Von Jester heads towards Bahamut. He hands over his tale of courage.
Pajama
He is now
party time.
honor Drew and becomes a true light warrior. He is now class changed. He now has a ninja, a knight, a white wizard, and a black wizard. A classic party. SVJ class changes at the 43-minute mark.
My God.
Mhm. This is going to be a heck of a lot better. Things are going to go a lot better for Mr. Von Jester.
4
Now he's got the
elements
real armor.
must be restored in this game to meet the end game criteria: earth, fire, water, and air. SVJ has
right.
not lit an orb yet.
No
He is
heart in this one.
Seems like he's preparing,
It
and
does
he wants
seem
to
that
run
way.
through it.
Oh, it's good.
It does seem that that would be the way to do things here. So we can look at what he's got. What does he need to get through this? He needs about 4 or 5 items. He's going to need a rod to get all the way through the Earth Cave. He's going to need Oxyale to get into the Sea Shrine and kill Kraken. He's going to need both a chime and a cube, of which he has at least one, to get through the Mirage Tower and the Sky Cave, or Sky Castle, whatever you want to call it. He's going to need the loot, which he does have, and he's going to need the Mystic Key, which he also has.
That's what's right.
Missing from that list that Mr. Bloodworth just hit
No,
you
no,
with
no, no.
is
No.
the Oxyale and
And
the
the
rod as far as requirements. No options with that. You don't get no choice. This isn't. Will, we're kind of doing an exhibition here of matches that we do in races, and of course doing else for charity. Well, we're not going to have any, jumping through walls here. We don't. We aren't doing any glitches during that.
No.
This is kind of what we do. It isn't saving frames or anything like that. Nothing against that, of course. But this is just a kind of example of how we do this and what corners can we cut, because we can't really jump through a wall here. Unfortunately, we
No.
try.
There's no out of bounds
Right.
here. There's an out of bounds bat in the waterfall, but there's no getting out of bounds in this game. Not without a game genie, I don't think.
SPJ is now doing some shopping. When he class promoted, he gained spell charges. That knight gets white magic. He wants this thing called Cure 4 and Life on a knight, which is very powerful.
And exit too. Why not? So as I was saying before, once the thief and the fighter class promote, they will get up to 4 spell charges in levels 1 through 3, or in the ninja's case 1 through 4 magic, on every odd numbered level up they get, from 15 on up. That's kind of a hard thing to explain. It's a hard thing without knowing the game and without seeing it. It's a mechanic that I don't really understand why it was done the way it was, but odd numbered levels, promoted characters, they're going to get spell charges.
46-minute mark. Saint Von Jester enters the Gurgu volcano. This is a fiend dungeon.
Yes,
Is this
it
a
is.
looting? Is it one shot? Is it one trip? He's gonna try to light something. He's got a Mazmoon in hand. He's got some spells. He's very strong, but he's gonna raid. He runs into some Peds. Peds are very good for experience. Kind of iffy right about now, though, Will, I think.
I wouldn't turn down the fight. He's throwing some zaps out there, it looks like. So
Did you see
instant death.
Mezada try? Did you see Mezada trying to throw those little punches? I don't know what that was. Nice job, Mezada.
That's a zap, and
Hit
no
him
matter
again,
what.
Mez. There you go, Mez. Nicely done, Mezada.
You know what I like is watching that ninja absolutely decimate everything in its path.
Mezada does the dance. There's the mummies again. This is called the Armory. Very dense chest location, one trap tile. Very popular in Final Fantasy as well, especially in Randomizer, because you never know what you can get out of it.
Mhm.
It's a box of chocolates.
It is a box of chocolates. You read my mind.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't think we've ever called it that. 'Cause
No,
that's
we
what we're
never
doing
have.
From now on. That's what we're doing from now on. You know that,
Pretty
right?
crazy. Oh yeah. This is a very good XP fight.
Yes.
He didn't have to take it. He stepped on a trap tile, but it was worth it.
Not much gold.
No.
Chests.
Oh, lobsters.
Lobsters will bash you. That's 3 hits. Went after the
Can.
knight. Will shrug him right off. That's an opal
Ooh.
bracelet, Will.
That's probably pound for pound the best armor in the game. Anybody can equip it. It gives you a substantial amount of absorption and no penalty, or rather a -1 penalty on evasion, which is almost nothing. Very much worth getting, very much worth equipping. Thief's got it.
Oh,
I
got
agree
that
with that until it finds, say, fire armor or ice armor. And then I can be passed off to the white mage or the black mage.
We have a special surprise for everyone later. A very elusive Final Fantasy character will be showing up at some point. I won't spoil anything. You'd have to think about it. Maybe you know, maybe you won't. SVJ brought this on for his fans. Speaking of SVJ, Will, SVJ, I'm sure you feel comfortable with this. From, of course, the West, way out in the West, in the Utah region, of course, traveled across country for this event.
Did.
How amazing is that? How about a hand from everybody out there in the audience? We can see you out there, and in chat as well. For this event, SVJ traveled all the way across. It has to put up with Mezada as well, of course. So I obviously he's feeling some pain. He's gonna be feeling some pain later. I know what's coming, by the way. But thank you, SVJ, for everything that you've done, certainly for this game and for the charity here at MAGFest. And thank you for having us for this TV show.
Indeed. It's a pleasure to be able to do this. It is an honor and a privilege to be a part of this, to help SVJ, to help Child's Play, to help MAGFest. And my word, am I having a good time right now.
No.
Now, there's some of that ice armor I was talking about.
Just
That can go on the
talking
ninja.
I'm thinking about it.
That can go on the ninja.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And the Thor hammer acts just the same as the Zeus gauntlet. It is a Lightning 2 spell when used in battle. AoE lightning.
Normally, Will, when we're analyzing the gameplay, we can figure out what the runner is thinking. Here, the runner is right in front of us.
That's correct.
SVJ, tell us what you're looking for. We all know what it is.
I'm looking for a ribbon right now so I can get through this
Ribbon.
place. That was empty. Actually, I need to turn that off.
Answer.
That's a good answer. That is a very good thing. It's a very good thing to be looking for right now, because that is going to be a difference maker later on when we have more of these enemies that are throwing out AoE instant death spells and high level damage spells.
SVJ goes to his menu, notices that he's still got the bottle. Not been turned in.
More rock
This-
lobsters.
Dungeon, of course, the volcano. The Gurgru volcano is also incentivized. That chest is coming up. Is that a required item? Is that the Oxio? Is it the game changer potential?
might be.
Is it a ribbon itself?
I almost got a chance to make an Old Bay joke about those lobsters and them being in Maryland, but I guess I'm just gonna have to let that one fly too.
SVJ digging deeper now into the Gurgru volcano. Still more chests in here. Avoiding the trap tiles. Notice he skips the center of that room. fans. That's a forced fight right there. SVJ's not interested. He
Oh.
digs out the legendary Excalibur.
He did indeed, and that is an elemental sword with a lot of power behind it. Not the best critical hit rate in the world, but it does a lot of damage.
More trap tiles here for SVJ. He's preparing for it just in case. He's already perished a couple times just trying to get to Marsh Cave. He perished in the Ice Cave. Doesn't want to have that happen here. He hasn't been paying attention to the chest, and these could get him.
Yes.
But
Yeah, bye-bye.
Mezada gets away.
Thanks,
You hear
buddy.
the
Bye,
yes
from
from the Cinderella
Mount.
Man. He wants it.
Yeah, those are some of the hardest
No,
hitting
man.
enemies in the game. Red Ankle.
I think it's Ghosts and the Brancleos, right? Isn't it?
They're up there. Vampires, ghosts, red Ankylos, regular Ankylos. They all hit pretty hard.
Ooh, there's the
There they are
Ankles again.
Yes.
And Mono gets away. You can blame Mono for that escape.
Talked to someone before. Did SVJ get warp, and does he have charges on Mono to attempt to avoid a potential disaster? He can warp back out after this incentive chest and just a floor and not have to run into them.
But he also has a defense. He has a defense sword. He has a knight with an Excal. I think he can carry this fight.
Also got Mezada sitting next to him.
Nice.
True, and now he's a crown as well.
The crown is a fetch quest item chain. We don't know exactly what it is. We don't have an answer. There's the 4 red Ankleos again.
Thank you,
but
Will.
gets away.
Another first turn. Another first turn escape. Taking the
Saint
initiative.
Von Jester is in the depths at the very bottom of the Gurgu volcano now. Here lies Carrie, the Fiend of Fire. It's closing in on that. SVJ is going to try to light his first orb. Rather, just past the 50-minute mark, nearing the 53-minute mark. Just past that, he heals up. He's looking at his weapons. He's moving some things. He's putting the Mazmoon on the Knight.
Interesting play. I can't say as I necessarily agree with it, but it's not a bad play. Your
Carrie
damage
is
dealer, who you
susceptible-
can defense up.
Carrie's susceptible to status attacks. SVJ does not care. He's going pure damage. Oh, he's not. He's going to try and confuse as well.
He is.
Confused from the Cinderella.
And it lands.
Carrie is
lands.
confused. Carrie attacks herself for 6 damage. There's
Yes.
Invis. Is it offense from the Cinderella Man now? It is. It is. A nuke
After
from
that.
Mono. 290. There goes the thief. Will, 3 hits, 3 damage. Carrie attacks herself again for 6 damage. 362 from the Mazwin and an Invis.
Just
Carrie
love it.
is on the ropes. SVJ about to finish off Carrie soon as he makes a decision. Thor's hammer, does that do it? Nope.
No.
20, there's the nuke.
Nuke might. And if Nuke
Manucci
don't do it,
85 does not.
Will at the top, Will.
The Mazmoon from the night does not do it.
That confuse has
Carrie.
just come off of Carrie.
Can Carrie come back here? SVJ's completely in control. Carrie takes down the ninja.
Well, to
Will
a knee.
can't get the job done. SVJ says enough of this. He misses the confused. Carrie's coming back. The ninja, 3 hits, 3 damage again. The ninja is out of this on one knee, has done nothing. SVJ's getting a little worried. He's got to adjust. He's going to attack with the Mazwood for 133. SVJ gets it done. He steps away from lighting the fire orb. He gets some levels, and he does. 1 orb down for SVJ.
3 to go. At the
That-
53-minute mark.
Well,
SVJ.
those fiends have a pool. Those fiends have blaze. They have other things as well. SVJ does not have ribbons. It's a good thing that confuse hit.
It's a very good thing that we didn't have to see a skill list or a spell list out of Carrie, because that could have spelled disaster for him. His character's a little low level relative to what kind of damage can be done. Like, he throws out a nuke, those things can land in the 300 range. That can wipe out an entire party in one shot.
That ninja is using that Sun Sword Will and did nothing with it. I've got to think that Saint Von Jester saw that, keeps that in his mind, and maybe adds your favorite to the list right alongside a weapon.
I really hope so. So the thing about that sword, the Sun Sword, is it has a terrible crit rate. When you're using the Thief, you want to have something that has a lot of hits and a lot of crit rate on it, so that it can do maximum damage. Because the Thief has a lot of hits as it progresses through the levels. Fast. Gonna make life
Fast.
a lot better.
Yep. Yeah, I gotta think SVJ says, okay, alright, I know the percentages, I know what's going on here. That was a potential disaster. He spent a lot of time in that Gurgu volcano. Doesn't want that to happen again. There's more fiends coming up, and they're a lot tougher to carry.
Much tougher. You take something like Kraken, which I think of the four is possibly the toughest because of the physical damage it can do. Tiamat's often going to have a lot of spells in her arsenal, spells and skills, and has a bit of evasion above and beyond what you're used to seeing in the other fiends.
The incentivized crown that came out of the Gurgle Volcano SVJ after his shopping, he's routing this in very well. He's taking on Astos. It was Astos all along. Astos is Toastos.
Oh,
There it is.
oh
It's
no.
the game changer.
Oh no.
Saint Von Jester goes directly to his menu. Look at this. Oh yeah, the game changer is now equipped. Will, I was fair to you with the Masmoon. Be fair to me with the Vorpal and tell the fans.
What we can see is
So-
that the Vorpal turns.
So the Vorpal's a sword you can use on your knight. You can use it on your red wizard, and some people like it. It does stuff.
It's pretty.
The end.
Well, you can say how it turned
It has-
Astos into a horrible.
It has a really high critical hit rate.
Could get better, son.
It and the katana have the highest crit rate in the game. So it's the more hits that land, the more likely they are to do critical damage to the enemy they're hitting.
Saint Von Jester's preferred endgame weapon is now in hand. He's got weapons. He's got the dragon armor. He's got some defenses other than a ribbon. I gotta think that katana and a ribbon is on his list, and I think he's ready to go, equipment-wise at least. I just feel it. Also missing, of course, the rod and the oxale. He is now in the town of Gaia. He's gonna turn in that bottle, which he got earlier in the game. It's a tiny fairy who hands over the required rod. Well,
Now we can get through the Earth Cave in its entirety.
one left to go. We know that the Sea Shrine requires Oxiel to get into it. We know the Sea Shrine is incentivized. That tells us right now that
Oh, I should
either
not do
the Oxiel itself or whatever might lead to the Oxiel is located in the floating fortress.
this. Or the waterfall.
Or the
Or
waterfall.
the waterfall.
Exactly right.
I want to get dragged.
Left in the pool of, as long with the Oxiel, is the Power Gauntlet. The ribbon,
Yes.
of course, as well.
Wyvern. Because we
Why
can.
not? We like to call the Power Gauntlet the Bonk, or the Bonk Glove, or the Power Glove, because it is so bad.
Ooh. And those are big.
Nick
No,
Von
that's-
Jester, it's Will. Can you hear me?
I can.
Do you feel okay with your playing to give us a story?
What kind of story do you want?
How did you discover Final Fantasy?
So I was watching a little game called Link to the Past Randomizer, and I was just relaxing on Twitch, and I saw everyone started running this Final Fantasy game, and I love Final Fantasy. It's one of my favorite games to play, and I've beaten it many times, but this is the first time I saw it randomized, and I was watching a match between Edgeworth and Monochi, and I was like, I could do that. So I joined the community on the Discord, I got set up, and I started playing, started getting to know everybody, and the community has just been so great, and if you enjoy Final Fantasy, you will enjoy this game, I promise.
Mezada, can you
Sir,
hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
You're doing some stuff at MAGFast here. You're benefiting the Child's Play charity.
I am.
Tell us what you're doing to contribute to this great cause.
Tomorrow I'll be running Streets of Rage 4 with my partner Joking, of course, and after that I'll be running Contra. We'll be doing those runs tomorrow.
It's gonna be fun to watch too.
Oh, there's Out of Bounds back.
Oob.
Our good buddy the Oob.
Good, well.
Ooh, these are big. Oh, not that big. Attacked the wrong one though. I'm gonna punch him. There you go.
And kaboom.
Hey, he's taking wings.
Wings.
Oh no.
You know what? Just for
Steak
Will.
and wings? Will? What is that? It's good stuff. Is what it is. It's dinner, baby.
Thanks for cutting it up, Will. Appreciate it.
Job, Bloodworth.
He feels so dirty.
I do not endorse this product or service.
Nice slab.
My name is Will.
Exact. Return to slab. Yes. Some.
Yeah, the waterfall.
Yeah, it's a nice waterfall.
That is that.
We get out of there, Will.
We got the
I
slab.
missed it.
We got the slab.
Yes, it was the slab, so he's going to be able to turn that into Dr. Un, or Uni, or Une, or Yun, or whatever he pronounced. It's UNNE. Have fun with the pronunciation of that. He will teach you a language called Lefanish, or Lefinish, Lefein. Have fun with that pronunciation, too. And that person in the village of Lefine, or whatever, there is somebody there who's going to give you a key item. That could be the Oxyale. It could be the Bonk. It could be another...
Ribbon.
Yeah, because we do have an incentivized ribbon. We have found
Zozo
most other
Melmon.
things.
Tribute to a later Final Fantasy game, Encounters on the Desert Tiles. This is the town of Melmon, which was attacked by something. Something we might see later. I think it was, I was driving my Camaro the other day and I hit this little bump. It reminded me of something.
Ooh. That's good.
Oh boy.
All right.
Fire 3
Well,
from
Well,
those
that's not
rays.
bad.
All right.
Minochi goes down. SVJ gets away. Saint Von Jester, that's another death for Elf Queen. I know Elf Queen's here live. As SVJ translates his slab, that's another death. Added to the pool of Elf Queen's challenge.
Oh,
For every death, to donate $1 from you fans. There's the Fade.
I gotta pick up that wall.
Holy is what it was renamed for the subsequent Final Fantasy games. That's Quad X, Will. That's one of your favorites.
I do like it. Any enemy that has 300 or fewer HP that isn't resistant to death magic can be brought down with one casting of Quad X, which is, I believe, Power Word Death, if you're looking at the analog to a D&D game, which is largely what this game is unofficially based on, we're being honest.
SVJ now enters the Earth Cave. He resets immediately. Veteran move from the
Yes.
Cinderella man. He's still checking chests. These are not often checked. This is a byproduct of what he was still doing in the volcano. He wants a ribbon.
Of course he
Hello.
does. Who wouldn't?
That's the gargoyle. These have death touch. SVJ gets away.
We said we'd be seeing those again. We said we'd be seeing in the Earth Cave, and I was not lying. There
Those
they
are
are.
asps right there. Renamed Gerstek. Fun enemy names. Let's see if we can get that battle. Next time it pops.
Yeah, absolutely.
SVJ resets again. Finds nothing. He's going to dig deeper into the Earth Cave now. There it is right there. Modern battlefield. Slow down, SVJ, will you?
Oh, too
Yeah.
late.
So
Next time. Yeah.
We'll get it next time.
Now, usually in an encounter in the original game, you have on the right side of your screen, basically kind of where the characters are, you have your names and your hit points and that, but this is not like that, Will.
nope, it is not. It is modernized. It's a lot more open. There's not frames around things like there were in the original.
SVJ dispatches of some bull. SVJ doing another one of the great conveniences, Will.
Yes.
NPC guillotine.
Yes. You can guillotine those bats in honor of the great Jay Coper, who was bat blocked very badly in at least one or two races. We wanted the ability to let RNG not play as much of a factor in where NPC placements happened or where their movements were affecting the progression of the characters through the dungeon that they're in. Along came NPC Guillotine, giving us the ability to kill any NPC that has one line of dialogue, which is most NPCs.
We've got 20 deaths for Saint Von Jester. We've got a match from Elf Queen. Old Man Sunshine with the donation. Thank you, and I quote, "Whew! Just in time to watch Jester die with Jean. Just make sure to return the slab."
I did.
And Sunshine.
I returned it.
Thank you.
Yeah, Fates.
Did you though?
You will not
$20
suffer the curse.
donation. Thank you. Child's Play getting everything from MAGFast here. Subdivision of MAGFest. Right here live on Twitch. 2022. I am the infectious Wilkliosis. I am joined by... Those are gargoyles again, Will. The immortal
are.
Will Bloodworth is here. These gargoyles have death touch, but first they want to defend fire.
They
Apparently.
do. Won't do
Duke
much
does
good
not
against.
count. Will's gone.
Well,
Bloodworth, that's the death
guess
touch.
I'll just die.
Oh, no!
Mezada's gone.
No.
The knight fights back. Oh no, that's 2 hits. They have multiple hits, Will. He gets the nuke off. How much HP do they have? Those nukes are rolling hot though.
Oh, more than enough. More than.
Lucky.
Saint Von Jester down to 2 warriors. He's only
Thank
the
you.
second
That was
one.
lucky, yes. Glad for that, yeah.
The power of the life spell on the knight resurrects his entire light warrior.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. It's nice to have that convenience available to you.
Gotta put you back on the throne.
Tarantulas ambush again, SVJ. And this isn't annoying right here, Will. This ain't gonna do any damage. It's just
No.
annoying.
Death by 1,000 paper cuts, basically.
And now they're running away! What is going on with that?
You couldn't have done that earlier, huh?
I'm gonna kill your bat friend just because of that. Get over here.
DJ eliminating bats left, right, and center. Will we see the Hooray Dwarf again later for another appearance? SVJ's starting to skip chess, Will. He's adjusting a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think he's going too far out of his way. Bravely running away.
He's still
Oh
got
my-
some dense locations coming. He's got some easy ones in the Sea Shrine. He also has all of Mirage Tower. He's got the Floating Fortress coming up as well.
Yep.
Sounds like he's banking on that to me.
I wouldn't doubt it. Go where the density is. Don't waste too much time going after those hard to reach chests.
I forgot these are unrunnable. I should have came here.
These enemies again, they're unrunnable. Oh, the brutal Vorpal. Did you see that from the Night Will? 3 hits, 255 into that enemy that was trying to run amok of PJ again.
The Vorpal just oozed around him.
It was a great axe.
That's some false advertising if ever I've heard it.
What's that thing?
I don't know.
What is that, Will?
Speed bump!
What is what? What are you talking about?
Something that hit you?
100
There it goes,
damage
bye.
into Bloodworth.
I have no idea what you. Did I miss something?
It sparkled at least.
Here's the rod, fans. There, SVJ uses the rod. That is what we call the rod block. That is where to delve deeper into this dungeon. This is not an incentivized dungeon. However, it is required. It is a fiend dungeon to produce an orb. SVJ is looking for a second orb here. Once he
There
got
is
that
no
rod, he
incentive
came
item.
in here. Correct. Unincentivized. We still have the floating fortress remaining.
Wizard staff. We don't really need much anymore. Because Carrie's dead.
Also, of course, have the slab turn-in remaining as far as incentivization
Yeah.
and progression. One will be required. It will be the Oxyale. The other will be the sought-after Power Gauntlet. We'll get to that effects and how wonderful that item is and how desired it is. We know that will be the slab turn-in and or in the floating fortress as
Correct.
SVJ runs away again from some enemies. Here's some more undead pack.
We don't like them this game.
Oh. DJ in another fight here in the Earth Cave. He's one floor away from the Fiend.
It
And
is.
in my opinion, Will,
Ooh.
there's... Ooh!
That's
Go
good
ahead.
armor. That's good armor. So we're gonna be able to put that gold bracelet onto Mono because that white shirt can go right on the White Wizard. As such, best armor the White Wizard
Oh,
can
that was my fault.
equip. Well, this didn't go very well, did it?
Hold hit. The ninja's down. The ninja's the runner. Hold hits on the knight.
Wow.
SVJ's not going to mess around. He's going to fire the heat.
Split 3 is the way to go.
Great
Water-based
adjustment there from
enemies.
SVJ.
Water-based enemies that aren't called water are weak to that. not. Waters are weak to ice. Because reasons.
Good run in the encounter table here. Should be able to get most of the way to Lich after this fight with the Giants. Their buddies, the Grumps, the Odd Couple. There's the nuke. There's the expendable charges right now. He's using them up to try to get through this dungeon a little bit faster. Remember, SVJ is used to racing. A competitive environment. You can see him speedrunning-ish in a competitive sense this game. He's making a boss rush to get these orbs going.
Correct.
He's adjusted from checking every chest to skipping some of the out of way ones and going through and getting the ones on his way.
Which is smart, it's efficient, and it will work well.
I can tell you this, he will do the floating fortress. Oh no, he can't. He wants to.
Hit that quake. Hit that quake.
Misses. SVJ fires.
Yes.
Oh, the crack!
Got it.
Terminated. The Earth Fiend gets terminated. Instant death. Earth Elemental. SVJ has 2 orbs lit now. 2 of the 4 are down.
And you saw a fiend do it's weak to its own element. That happened.
SVJ stops off at Melbond and stimulates their economy. Okay. SVJ now with 2 places to go. Will he go to the Fane first now that he knows their language? I've got to think that he will, and he hopes probably, I would think with the Oxia will. He doesn't want to do the floating fortress right now.
I don't think he necessarily needs bonk. He's got a temper spell, and he has a defense sword. He has good weapons. He has fast. Bonk is a nice to have. It's not a need to have at this point.
I'm gonna agree. He's cleaning up his inventory now. Equip the wizard staff
Okay.
on Mono.
Okay.
He heads towards the Fane, gets a chance to strike first on the Giants. He's not interested anymore. Early game, sure, but right now it's just a little bit annoying. Again, he is starting to pick up the pace here, making a run for it. There's more Giants for SVJ. We are nearing the 1 hour 15-minute mark now.
Oh, nice.
Let's find out what the Lefanians or these people are going to provide him with, and they are giving him the herb, which is a turn-in item we give to the retainer to the elf prince to revive him, so he can give us something that is not a key like it would be in the original game, but is likely going to be either the glove or the Oxyale.
Experience boost has kicked in 150% of what it would be based upon 12 key items. Now is the time to start taking a little bit more fights that are quick and that are fairly easy. SVJ has already done that here with Zambul. That's Zambul right there. Zambul is Zamgan. Well, 19. SVJ setting himself up well to take those high experience fights that are coming up here in this late game. We've kind of hit, Will, where are we? Act 3? Act 4?
3?
3.5?
3, Act 3 of a 5-act play.
Okay.
Coming up on the very short Act 4 after this, I imagine.
SVJ is not turning the herb in. Does not find out if it's Oxyal. He's headed towards the Mirage Tower.
That's fine. The reason is, that's not an out-of-the-way chest for him. The incentive chest here is not out of the way at all. Barely at all. So he can get whatever that is. And if it doesn't happen to be what he needs...
Bane from the OK Man! That's the bad man! It hits Bloodworth! Bloodworth is gone!
Guess I'll just die again.
Elf Queen. Hit it again, Elf Queen. Another hit. That's Poison Smoke. Stone Poison Elemental. Where was these money chests earlier, says SVJ. Mezada's down there shaking his head.
Why are you hiding the money?
That's my money. That's my money.
That's my stash.
SVJ resets. He does not need that. Did not get what he wanted. He wants a katana. He wants a ribbon. It's really all he wants. Finds nothing. There's a Vorpal. Ah, oh, it's beautiful.
Boss is pretty nice too.
I'd like a
Above average.
I would like a
Above
katana.
average.
That'd be nice too.
We have live in the chat on Twitch. We've got Steak getting spammed from the earlier Tyro kill. Sorry, Will.
All Are you sorry though, Will?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. Probably not. No.
There's that long run in the encounter table. There's more vampires. This is that adjustment that we talked about. There's harm 3 and a fire 2. The combination should take out this high experience fight.
Hmm? Yeah.
Should.
They're only speed bumps when there's one at a time.
5 hits from the ninja and the Mazmoon for 500 damage doing work. That's a 1-round fight. That's efficiency and speed and reward for SVJ. He's now checking the less than, greater than room. You can see the chests are kind of the less than, greater than, equal signs from when we were kids in math in 1980.
In 1980. Yes. When we were 1 year old.
Hey, there's a dragon sword. I should take this fight.
Chance to strike first against the guards. SVJ was going to pass, but he's going to take it. SVJ realizes that guards
I should take this fight.
are susceptible to lightning
And Quake.
and
Really?
quake. Correct, quake. Bell into Crack will work on guards. Little known fact about this game, it will work actually quite well.
Indeed it does. However, Lightning 3 works effectively and consistently, whereas Quake will work a little bit less consistently. Not an always thing.
This is the Red Giant and 1 to 3 Agama trap tile.
Yeah.
Should we run into problems later, Will? Pretty good if we need to buff up.
Never been a fan of fighting red giants if I don't have to. They hit like
True.
tanks. These
Okay,
guys.
man, they have Bane.
Unrunnable.
Look out here.
Unrunnable.
They're unrunnable. This is trouble, fans. Buckle up. Okay, man, that's the bad man. Oh, they have stun touch? The nuke, oh, they have low HP. It's about 180. 2 bad man is still there. SVJ
Got
played
him.
this perfectly.
Got
well.
him.
Wow.
And the turn order worked out in.
Thank you. Yeah, clap for that. Thank you.
Please clap.
Please clap.
They got stun touch too, Will.
They do.
That's problematic.
And they're
And they're unrunnable.
Those men are not okay, regardless of what they say.
Gosh, that reminds me of something. Oof. Make sure you burn them down, SVJ. I know you know what I'm talking
We gotta get
there
through this
again.
first.
Unruffle, he draws 3. He draws only a 3-pack. Okay, man, paralyzed starts. There's the
Oh,
Fade.
no.
Fade hits a Butterworth gone.
Oh,
Mazada's
no.
got his down to the 9. He's only got the Vorpal Fade. Fade again. No, that misses. He's down to 2. No, 2. Fade misses again. Okay, man's gonna try to attack Will. The Vorpal, though. 3 hits. Vorpal again. Game changer. Takes him out. Ice 2 from the Okay Man. Will in the Vorpal 105. Badman 2 hits, 3 damage. What else does he have? He got slow. He got slowed. 1 hit, 12 damage. SVJ's in trouble. 1 hit for 20 from the Vorpal. That's deadly. Okay, man strikes again. Oh, that's a stun touch. No, he gets back up. He was dizzy, spinning endlessly. He was stun locked. But the Vorpal gets through when he's got life on that night.
Nice. You love to see it. You love to see it.
Welcome. If you haven't seen this game before and you haven't seen the TV that we do, Final Fantasy Randomizer at its finest right there, fans, and we got more coming. This is what we can provide to you. Thank you for having us. Our great game. We love it. This is why we do it. We heard that clap. We hope you're enjoying it. Thank you.
So much. The high drama that you're seeing in this game, in an old game like this, is very real and it's very
Can I
entertaining.
fight these all the time? That'd be great.
Yeah. And only them. That would be okay.
I don't know. That's not okay.
Elf Queen adding more.
How about another one?
Elf Queen's gonna have all these notches on her wall, Will? For all these dollar bills that SVJ gets for Child's Play via MAGFast?
That's fantastic. There's
Gotta
enough
be a
side to
ribbon.
it.
Gotta be a ribbon in here, Will.
Somewheres. Unless all 3 of them are in Temple of Beans.
Where's my ribbons, Mezada?
I used them for my hair.
What?
You haven't gotten a sing.
I think one's right here. I can just feel it.
I have a. Yeah. That's the only other incentive.
I got the
item
Bane
left other
sword.
than
I'm okay with
Oxio.
that.
Don't need that.
Hey.
That's
Metal
nice.
slimes, susceptible to fire elemental damage. That Bane sword is not going to work. Fire
No.
2. Oh, they're low HP too. 90.
That's beautiful.
Or
That'll
Ember's
do
gonna
it.
Ooh, that's stone poison.
Stone poison! Stone Poison hits Bloodworth and Minochi. They have been petrified. That's Stone Poison as opposed to the damage poison that we saw earlier. SVJ adjusts, fires Holy, and takes out the metal slimes.
I gotta stop dying.
High drama on this floor. This is the easy part. SVJ is going to continue looking for a ribbon. He's risking encounters here. We know that the bad men are on there, and there's the katana.
A baby.
The preferred endgame weapon if you have a ninja.
And why would you not?
Period. Hands down. Higher damage output, same crit rate, of course, as the beautiful game-changing Vorpal. Chance to strike first with an Evil Man and the Nightmares. They took up Bloodworth in an early fight. SVJ is going to take this fight. He thinks he can get them in one round. He uses another nuke. There's Minochi. Fires the heat. Non-elemental nuke. Takes care of the Nightmares. Back-to-back nukes. Bloodworth joins Minochi and takes out those enemies, and he gets levels. 22.
A little bit of revenge for dying in that last fight.
This is the
We're hoping.
Star Room.
Really
Small
weird.
chest number, large walkway. High experienced enemies that are not playing very friendly. Now they attack. There's the Cremate. It's their spells you gotta watch out for. Cremate is an enemy exclusive skill. It's essentially about a fire 2. SVJ is gonna take this fight again. He's gonna fire back-to-back nukes again with Bloodworth and Minochi.
Ooh,
There's the Squint. That's Death Elemental that misses. There's the nuke from Minochi. It's gonna get both the Nightmares, but if I won't get the Evil Man, it does. High roll.
It does indeed. Nice time to get a high roll. What are we working with here? We're gonna get a ribbon today or what?
Where's my ribbons, Mezada?
Where'd you put the ribbons, Mezada?
I put him on the Elf Prince.
What?
Oh my goodness.
What enemy? Not
Naga
gonna
live
be here
anymore.
anymore. Incentivized chest here in the floating fortress. Is it a straight ribbon? Is it the Oxio? It is the Oxio. It's required. Saint Von Jester.
Power gauntlets.
Right
Go.
now, fans. 1 hour, 23 minutes and change. Will, tell him.
Go mode. He now no longer needs to open up a single chest, theoretically.
Correct.
However, trying to run through the Temple of Fiends with the kind of luck that he's had with elemental spells, with instant death spells, probably not a good idea. He's going to want to pick up one ribbon, minimum, to put on his white mage for the sake of reviving the rest of the team.
Things going on here, fans. Process of elimination. The herb will turn into a ribbon. That will give him the at least one ribbon that Mr. Bloodworth has told you about. However, SVJ has something to think about right here. He's got a choice. He's got a spell called Exit. He can leave here, go get that ribbon, and live to fight another day. But this is the Cinderella man. He is Saint Von Jester. He didn't come all the way from Utah to Maryland to have to sit next to Mezada to raise money for Child's Play to play safe. He is going towards that bridge of destiny. He is going to try to light his third orb, and believe me, there is a roadblock in his way, fans. There is a death machine up there, I'm telling you. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're going to find out real quick. And I know SVJ is going to go for it.
Well, I think he has to.
It's a roadblock.
Yeah, he has to.
Is there a ribbon on his way?
Where are my bloody ribbons?
Great question.
Warp trick, saving steps. What are those, Will?
Fire hydrants.
With 2 hits
Ice.
and 2 damage, you're going after Will. Gonna stop him up a little bit with Thor's hammer, casting lightning
116
too.
No hit
Plenty
points.
enough. Plenty.
SVJ plans to rely on his knight with the backup life spell in these upcoming fights. Is there a ribbon in these 10 chests remaining? There's
You'd
an
have to
Aegis
figure.
shield.
You have to figure. And there's the best combination of gear you can hope for.
It is.
Dragon armor and Aegis shield.
Add a pro ring to that, and you're as good as can be without a ribbon. Another warp spell used from Saint Von Jester. There's 4 chests left, fans, and a couple floors towards the Bridge of Destiny. Third orb awaits.
We have not
SVJ.
full cleared this game. There are some locked chests he hasn't checked yet. There were 2 chests in Earth that he didn't get. But largely, he's full cleared the majority of the game at this point,
Yeah. Percentage
with the
wealth?
exception of the Sea Shrine.
Yeah. Pretty high.
I mean, You gotta figure the Sea Shrine's got at least one of these ribbons for him.
Got another donation that has come in. We're gonna stick with the action right now, fans, and see what SVJ can do. Critical moment in this run. Nacho?
Why not?
Beat this katana for 5 hits and 345 from Bloodworth. See the difference here with that katana in that ninja's hand versus that sun towards the Bridge of Destiny. Here it is. It's the highest encounter rate on the game of the floor. Takes on a fighter. The fighter's going to go down fairly quick. High absorb and high evasion, but SVJ will dispatch it.
Love it.
Fans, here he is. Coming up. First, a fighter trying to stop SVJ from his destiny. There is an NPC that has been placed there. It is a required fight with Warmack. It is the Death Machine. SVJ will rearrange his party. He will rearrange his weapons. He puts the Mazmoon on the Knight at level 25 because of the break point. He got an extra hit at level 24. Yes, he did.
Did he equip? Alright.
Puts the ninja up front, double checks his weapons, double checks everything he has.
I see how it is.
He has spent a lot of time in here. He does not want to die. He knows he's gambling. The Knight has been moved to the bottom slot. He's going to try to defense up, and he's going to try to survive with just that Knight at least. Unrunnable Death Machine against Saint Von Jester. Fast is going to go into Will. Will's going to defense up as well. There's an invis into the ninja. He's going to try to keep the ninja up as well. Warwick attacks his 2 hits for 304 into the Knight. That's his killer. That's his main damage dealer. SVJ now has to adjust. Does he go to Cure 4? First, he's going to try to lower the evasion of Warmack, and he's going to temper his Knight. SVJ, yes, he does. And more defenses into the Knight. He must keep the Knight alive. There's temper into the Knight, and some more invis in the Knight. There's all the protect. Everything in the Knight. Warmack is going after Will.
Wow.
Warmack's going after Will. Will is down to 1 need. He's got 91 HP on... Oh my gosh, on round 3. SVJ cannot believe Warmack went after the 4th slot character. Will attacks with the Mazmoon, 7 hits with 306, and there's a nuke from the ninja. Another nuke, back-to-back nukes from Bloodworth and Mono. Warmack says no, takes out Mono. The Cure 4 gets off into the Knight. He had to have that. Absolutely had to. He's down to 3 warriors. The katana does 52 damage and more evasion goes out trying to protect the ninja. 360 from the Knight. Warmack goes after Will again. The Knight in the bottom and he misses. That's the evasion. That's the protection that SVJ was doing. More invis into the ninja. A fast into the ninja. He's starting to build his attack, but he doesn't need it. The Knight takes out Warmack. There's level 26 for the remaining light warriors who are still alive.
That was beautiful.
Don't forget the
You
color of
couldn't have
my.
asked for...
What?
You could hardly ask for a better fight than that.
Don't forget the color of my mage.
The white mage? Yeah. Well, it was you. Thanks, buddy.
Saint Von Jester trying to light his 3rd orb. Taking on the Fiend of the Wind, the Fiend of the Air. It's Tiamat. Legendary Tiamat. SVJ does not use the Bane Sword. He's going for damage. He gets the fast off and the evasion. Trying to protect himself. Tiamat goes after Mono. There's the Bane! It's ineffective. He goes on to round 2. Tiamat's going after the spellcaster Mono. Thinks Mono can take her out. Tiamat knows what's going on. Does SVJ adjust? No, he's going to try to instant kill her with the Stone Poison Elemental. First, it's Will with the Mazmoon. 7 hits for 138. And there's a temper, makes his weapon stronger. Bane from Saint Von Jester is ineffective. There's Fire Elemental Blaze. This is where the ribbon's not having them hurts. On to round 3. SVJ slowing down a little bit. Look at him looking at his stuff. Not as decisive as he was the previous rounds. He's starting to adjust. There's fast from Minochi. Ineffective. The zap was ineffective. There's the fast. 578 and Cure 4 from SVJ. Tiamat misses. SVJ starting to take control of this fight now. There's that Bane sword. He didn't use it earlier.
Oh,
Tiamat
so
has
touch.
Petrification touch. Bane from SVJ misses again. Tiamat's already taken out 1 warrior and Tiamat has a lot of health. It is a tank. Bane sword again from SVJ. Ineffective misses again. Tiamat misses SVJ. This is a war. 162. There's the katana attack for 190. This is another round. Final Fantasy Randomizer at its finest. Bane misses again. 611 from the breakthrough. Critical hit from the Mazmoon. 168 from the katana. SVJ survived.
Lovely, lovely work. And again, the only casualty is the Black Mage.
Well, that was really back and forth. The SVJ had her, and then she came back, and it was...
Stone Touch is a hell of a thing for a fiend to have. And that, by the way, that doesn't show up on fiends in the original game. Those kind of things don't show up. Death Touch, Stone Touch, those kinds of things. Those are not on the fiends.
The original game Stone Touch, it was on the birds, wasn't
It was on the Cockatrice.
it? Cockatrice?
Right.
Perilisks had the squint. Right? Once again, welcome to the view over the Woodrow Wilson Bridge. Mezada, Saint Von Jester, Will Cleosis, and Will Bloodworth. We are the 4 light warriors here bringing you this great show. MAGFast, part of MAGFest. Doing it all for Child's Play. How much money, Will? It's 2009. Is MAGFest taking care for Child's Play? How much?
Over $500,000, my friend.
$1 million.
Over $500,000.
You can be part of it too. Exclamation point donate. Here live on Twitch in the chat. Give you a link. Donate. We'll read your name on air. Whatever message that you have, as long as it's safe, of course.
Have you checked those 4 chests at the top right there?
Yes, I have.
Remember? Yeah, alright, good.
Last time now, no
Turn in for the ribbon.
shirt, maybe?
SVJ ready.
That's the character you want to put the ribbon on because they have the highest ability to revive the rest of the party.
Have I checked those?
Bloodworth, you said earlier about the power
You've
gauntlet.
not checked the deals.
Upon what
I
we've seen
haven't checked those?
so far,
I haven't checked those?
Yes,
we know that the power gauntlet is in the sea shrine. Do you go for it?
it has to be.
Because I haven't checked these.
It matters. In a race situation, no. Probably not. In an exhibition, maybe. Depends on how comfortable I feel about the kind of damage output and the kind of levels that I have on my light warriors at this point in the game. And me, I probably get it just because I can. But if I was racing somebody and I thought it might be close, that it might be close to finishing, nah, I'll run right by it.
Another donation. We went with that action earlier. It's Kyu Kitsuki again. Well, it's another donation.
Q.
Thank you, Q. $5.
Q,
What
Q,
the
coming through.
what the flock birds
Hmm.
didn't the lich know how to duck? What a featherweight on the bill, Quack did him like a snack. Of course, referencing the Quake and the Fiend Kill versus Stone Elemental.
It's kind of embarrassing when you're hoisted by your own petard like that, isn't it?
Just past the 90-minute mark now. Closing in on 1 hour 34 minutes right in that area. Saint Von Jester has entered the Sea Shrine.
Well, that's
Find
10
some
anyway.
gray sharks. Good fight here, Will.
Not bad. Not bad at all. They usually have a lot of HP. Gersharks usually roll pretty high HP. 618. Well, 325 isn't bad. That's actually pretty low for a Gershark. So I'm thinking if he gets these fights pretty frequently in here, you should take him.
Saint Von Jester has made the decision to go for the Power Gauntlet.
Indeed. I don't disagree with that.
We'll head towards the Mermaid's floor. He knows right where it is. I've gotta think that he's gonna use the Mermaid's floor, which is the next floor, to check chests for a second ribbon. SVJ, am I right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, you are.
Indeed.
There's all free chests up there. There's no encounters.
Might as well.
But payoff for the Cinderella man.
I
Duke
hope
sure has.
I'm
Magic's
rooting
been
for him.
outstanding.
I'm definitely rooting for him.
Now there's one wrong room up here called, right up there actually, looks like a little crescent-shaped room. It is locked by the Mystic Key. We usually call it TFC. But we're not going to get it, because we don't need it. We hope.
That flippin' chest.
Exactly.
That is going to be the PG version of what?
Hey,
Black shirt.
Yeah, there we go.
to go along with the white shirt.
Shield,
that?
that's a flame shield instead of that iron shield for the ninja right there, too.
That would be a good. That's a good pickup.
Yeah,
do like
I
that.
realize it.
See if he switches the ice armor over as well to pair that
I
with the
can
elemental
actually-
resistances for that
Oh, I
ninja.
should actually.
Wouldn't be a bad
He
idea.
does.
There it is.
Well, bracelet hard to give up.
Give it up for now. Just for now. I have an idea with it
Did you
later.
equip it?
Yes, I did. I equipped the ice armor. Yes, I did. Not the opal grade.
No,
not the
you
bracelet.
opal.
You got the black shirt on.
Oh,
Incentivized item chest here. It's a little hidden. We know this will be a ribbon. Excuse me, power gauntlet. Excuse me.
yeah.
Yeah,
We had one of those already. He's looking for the ribbon. He still has not found one. There's still some chests on the way to the fourth and final fiend. But that clock is ticking on chests.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Maybe he's able to pull a ribbon out. Number 2, maybe number 3.
Von Jester finding absolutely nothing. 2 chests here. Talks to the lady. Makes the lady disappear. Just
Stole her
ladies' man
houses.
today. 2 chests left on this floor. Then he will exit out. Nothing in that one. Is there a ribbon in here? It's what he desperately wants so badly it is not.
Well, it's just a bunch of real estate.
SVJ exits out. The clock ticks more and more and more. SVJ is now going to head the other way in the Sea Shrine. Delve deep into it, try to light his 4th orb. He will take on Kraken. Eventually, there are some chests on his way. He looks like he is going to go out of his way at least a little bit.
I have a nasty feeling that one of these chests that he skips is going to have the ribbon in it. He's never going to see it.
It'll be in the last place I look for it.
Well, yeah. Because why would you keep looking after you got it? Of course, it'd be the last place you look.
8 elements in this game. That's why we keep talking about it, Will. Fire, ice, lightning, status, death, time, earth,
Mm-hmm.
stone, poison.
Poison. That's right. Got it.
Why is the ribbon so important if those 8 elements exist? What is it?
Yep. Protects against every single one of them. Every one of them. Now, there's only 2 items in the game that protect against time magic. And the black shirt that black wizard is wearing right now is one of those 2 things. The ribbon is the other. So something like Zap gets used. It will protect against Zap. Nothing else will.
Stop.
It will protect against Stop. It will
Stop.
protect against Slow 1, not Slow 2. Slow 2 is a non-elemental for whatever reason.
The non-official 9th element, of course, non-elemental.
Mm-hmm. Like Nuke and Fade. Slow 2.
Sleep 2.
I got
Sleep
one.
Sleep 1. Meridian?
Sleep. I don't know if Sleep
Trance.
1 is time or not. Trance is a non-elemental.
Couple of free chests here. Is there a ribbon? No. SVJ's gonna take a zombo fight. He's gonna run away. Is there a ribbon in this chest? He's grasping here. He finds a consumable cabin. Not what he wants. I got a sense of frustration here.
A little bit.
You gonna keep looking? He's gonna keep looking.
He's gonna keep looking.
I don't blame him. Gotta be somewhere.
Can Saint Von Jester finish this seed, this unique game,
Let's open
in
up.
under the 2-hour mark? We're closing in on 1 hour and 40 minutes. I talked with SVJ before this. We know that was a nice goal. It was a nice round number to get there. But
Ooh.
right now,
This
yes.
is what the great Edgeworth referred to as the XP pinata. If you
SVJ,
hit it, and XP just comes pouring out of it.
SVJ,
Yes, sir.
gas him.
Gas him. I'm gonna gas him or brack him, one of the
Gas.
two.
Gas him.
Either way.
Saint Von Jester now closing in. He's on the final floor of the Sea Shrine. That 4th orb is about to be lit. We've already done the Earth orb. We've done the Fire orb. We had struggled with Carrie. We took her down. We took the Air orb art and its required death machine. It's the 4th orb now. That 4th element, it's the water element. You can see all these aquatic enemies, the Sahagins, the lobsters, sharks, different versions of it. As he closes in onto the legendary Kraken. 8 arms of tentacles. SVJ initiates the fight with Kraken.
Bane.
He's going for the defense
Bane.
sword, and he's got a very similar strategy to what he did earlier. SVJ fires our first shot. Bane misses. That's ineffective for the ninja. That misses. SVJ cannot get this. The Bane sword is ineffective. Kraken
no.
comes back and has Perel.
Oh, it has pro. It's pro. Come on, Brack. Oh, come on. I think we lost our commentators.
Give him a... Too much.
Say what?
It was too much for them.
It's too much for him.
Will got off on a Wills.
Well, they're not.
Ooh.
Yeah, Kraken hits very hard.
Kraken
And
is
he started
very
using
bad.
this Moz mute on him. Come on, Brack. 5 hits 370, that's not too bad. One more Brack. More 220.
Oh,
Brack
Brack will
again.
work. Ah, nothing's hitting.
Oh, and I got
Oh,
paralyzed.
Hitting hard.
I got a cure for him. Ah, there goes
Alright,
Will.
Will.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh.
Kraken's just not playing very fair. There we go.
There we go. Nice. Me and Will just laying down on the job.
Sorry. That's all 4 orbs lit.
That's all your orbs.
Yep.
No ribbons.
Well, I got one. So they back yet?
Oh, I mean,
Check Discord. I need to check my...
Somewhere around.
there we go.
There we go.
6%.
There, we're back.
There's one.
Elf.
There's
Elf
the second
Queen
one.
continues to count the notches in the wall. She's up to 29 deaths for the Cinderella match now.
Welcome back, guys. We lost you there for a little bit.
Oh no!
It's okay.
Wonder why that was.
Not too long.
Saint Von Jester with
Kraken
all
fight.
4 orbs lit, 1 ribbon, weapons. The only question here is the ribbon at this point. Saint Von Jester heads back. He's going to get some supplies at Canaria.
I've got one, which should be enough.
Here's hoping.
Should be.
Should is the word.
For as many chests as got open here, I'm kind of surprised that we only have 1 ribbon, and it's an incentive ribbon.
Like the 5 chests we haven't opened have at least 2 more.
I'll check the 2 in Temple of Fiends.
Yes, check those validation chests. I've pulled ribbons out of those many.
I think he means the ones over. He
Oh.
lost.
He's talking to me.
1 hour, 43 minutes, and change. Saint Von Jester enters the Temple of Fiends, and he's checking the locked chests
Oh,
for a ribbon.
Love it. I love these chests. I love checking these chests as often as I play.
There's 3 total. The first one's a dud. There's 2 up here. Could this be? This is almost a miracle if he finds it.
It's approaching a mathematical certainty the more he opens.
Opal Gauntlet. He does not. He finds a leather cap.
He found some headwear, but it's not the headwear he's looking for.
He found a stick in the mermaids. You see that one?
Yeah, he did. You know what you should find? Is his chest on the carry floor.
We're gonna call it 1 hour, 44 minutes. Saint Von Jester has entered the Temple of Fiends. This is now the Temple of Fiends revisited. He starts to dig deeper into this dungeon. Soon he will go 2,000 years in the past. This is where the required loot will come up. First he gets ambushed by fighter. There's Blaze, that's fire elemental again. Really just annoying now, jeez. A little bit of heal pots, getting them a little bit here. Cremate, Mono's down to 1 knee. Will you reset here? BJ says no, he's not interested, he's gonna heal up.
Get some
You're the-
information on this dive, if nothing else.
Ooh.
Ugh.
These are bad men, they've got Bane, there it is! And in fact, the poison smoke hits! Bloodworth is gone, now there's...
I always get hit by Bane.
Sure, Bane.
SVJ does not reset. He's using spells and time.
Just trying to save those cure 4s.
Determined.
Yeah, that's smart.
The shores near the Potomac River, National Harbor, Maryland. Saint Von Jester gets ambushed again by the mages. He refuses to reset.
I'm coming up on that point where I might consider it.
I'm like, oh!
In that point in the encounter, Mono's
got
down
out.
to 1 HP.
You know what they say, you only need 1 to win.
Oh, alright.
Wise men once said.
Where was this fight an hour ago? Ah,
Foundation
ribbon!
Called it.
Oh, what am I doing with this? What am I getting rid of here? Oh god, so
That
many
is what's
choices.
up.
Will, what am I getting rid of here? You know, what, I'm gonna get rid of this.
You are
So I'm gonna give you back the. I'm gonna give you back the overlord.
okay. That's fine.
You'll be fine.
Who do
You only
want
need
it
one to
on?
win, right? Oh.
What I said. No, what are you?
I ran on the trap tile. I got out. Ribbon.
Man.
Oh, we're done.
Makes
Oh, that
one of
went
his
great.
nerves a little bit.
Double
Big
ribbon.
audience here.
I don't know that I've ever seen a double ribbon, but
I
I've
pulled a
definitely
Mosmian out of that
pulled
chest
ribbon
once.
out. Yeah, same here.
I found all 3 ribbons in the Titans tunnel once.
I believe you.
God.
I did. Yeah.
That's insane. Hey, tunnel.
The shores near the Potomac River, National Harbor, Maryland, MAGFast 2022. We are your 4 light warriors. He's the immortal Will Bloodworth. I'm the infectious Wickleosis. In front of you, down to the lower left part of your screen, the Cinderella man Saint Von Jester, and the Contra player, the Dark Souls player, that's Mezada sitting to his left.
I didn't have the Excalibur.
Thank you for joining us here as we start to get closer to that 2-hour mark. Can SVJ beat it? That was the goal. As we now hit the earth floor. As SVJ gets ambushed again. How many ambushes is that?
A lot.
Too many.
A lot. It's because he doesn't have
A
his ninja
lot.
on the front line.
We're fixing that problem right now.
Yes, you
SVJ
are.
makes the adjustment.
Damn it.
Agility of the front character. Those are the numbers that are pulled in this game that decide, still somewhat randomly, but much better odds. Here's the run in the table, by the way. Please ever get through. Whether or not you get ambushed or get a chance to strike first. Ninja, really.
You indeed. The fact that you've got a ninja on the front line means that the luck and agility factors are going to play into exactly what you were just describing.
We got 4 Fiend refights here, fans. This is Lich 2.
Oh, we're quaking it
Stronger.
up.
More nasty. Quad X misses. Quake from Saint Von Jester is ineffective. Quake again. Mono 385's Quake is ineffective. We're on to round 2. More Quake. Stun misses. The free round. There's a Thor hammer? Quake is ineffective. Come on, Mono. Quake
it.
from Mono 385 is ineffective.
Oh, no. Come on, make it happen, Captain.
The Katana from Bloodworth for 77. Ice 2, very tame Lich 2 here. That's all we've seen. There's a big pool of spells, fans, and they are
Yeah, clap for that.
deadly.
That was good.
Ooh. There's nuclears in these pools of these fiends. That's not elemental. Huge damage. There's
Wow.
nukes. There's
Luck
fast.
is no damage.
Cure 4. There's slow 2s, Inferno, Swirl, Tornado, all things that Saint Von Jester perhaps may have to deal with coming up.
The hope is he's already passed those issues, but
Could be.
the numbers say he hasn't.
Von Jester moving his weapons around. He's now on the fire floor. He will have to fight the Fiend refight of Carry 2 coming up. Or Agama's with a pause. He's going to take the fight. He does not use the Bane Sword. He
What
elects
is
not
this?
to use the Bane Sword.
Preserve some heal pots.
Katana for 204. Mazmoon gets through 465. Lecture, that's Ice 2. That's going to do a good amount of damage. Take out another Agama down to 2.
Heal staff, healing up those cuts and scrapes and bruises. Not much else.
I'm running out of heal potions. I gotta save them up.
Yes, you do.
2,000, over $2,900 have been raised so far here. January 6th to January 9th, 2002. 2022 MAGFest. Thank you for your donations. See if Saint Von Jester can save the world, close the time loop. He gets that 3,000 goal. Mezada later on can get us there. You got Streets of Rage, Mezada. You got Contra.
Coming along.
And yes, he did leave his knight in front. I was going to make a point of that, but not getting ambushed.
This is where things can get a little dicey. Carry 2 is the second hardest hitting physically, second or third enemy total in the game.
Very,
I believe
very
it's
hard
second.
hitting. Up there.
Defense leaves the knight up front. Where does initiative go? Who gets to act first? Does a fast get up? What is SVJ gonna do? He gets evasion going. 40 points of evasion to each light warrior. Temper gets off. Fast is off into the knight. And the knight defense, Carrie goes last. Carrie gets a lightning 2. That's a tickle. Round 2.
Double
SVJ likes
fasting.
what he sees.
He's going all out on the buffing for this fight.
That's another lightning 2. Well, I don't know if that's good or bad. I think it.
You want those to be on the later bosses,
Or
not
15.
on Carrie and Lich.
BJ attacks with the Atana from there's the nuclear.
Oof. Ow.
Ooh.
2 light warriors have perished.
Oh,
Bloodworth
my
and Minochi are
face.
gone.
My face. Ouch.
Got her.
Cleosis.
Yeah.
The 2 life casters survive.
The Mezada survives.
Ribbons.
Nice spell
Ribbon.
coming in handy. Notice that Cure 4 is also available on that night, which SVJ won't forget. Used it earlier. He starts to heal. His heal potions are down. He's under 40, 39, 38. He's only on the fire floor.
He's
36.
past the fire floor. He has 2 floors left
He's
to
on
go.
that fire floor when I
and then-
said it. Now he runs into these yahoos. They're unrunnable.
Yahoos.
Oh no, the seafood party pack is
He's
unrunnable.
using nuke here.
And they have
Oh, it's
ice
Ice 2. Lobsters have Ice 2. We didn't see this earlier.
This is just brutal.
How much HP do they have?
Not much.
Not much.
Somewhere between 110 and
Yeah.
150.
Goose Gauntlet will take care of this.
Not the sea snake though, but that will. Here we go.
Sea snakes are like the gray sharks. They always have those HP that's just a little too high.
Q, I believe, has the correct numbers there in the chat. 80 to 320 for a nuclear, whereas the nuke spell can roll as high as 400. Oh, look at that.
Oftentimes, Final Fantasy, and especially Final Fantasy Randomizer,
Really?
they call the real gatekeeper as Kraken 2. Oftentimes, it is the main event fight. Kraken 2 is going to try to ambush SVJ in the upcoming hallway with a sneak attack. SVJ knows this is coming. He's going to take care of this party pack and prepare for the fight with Kraken 2. Momentarily.
Bang,
Is
bang,
this-
dead.
The roadblock. Can SVJ get through it? Here's the prep. He's going to heal up to full HP, potentially move his light warriors around. Kraken hits like an absolute freight train. He needs to protect his killer. His killer is Will the Knight. Must survive. Odds are that Kraken will attack the higher characters in the order. 50% at that top one, Will. 25. That's why he's putting them up there.
It was
Must
50, 25, 12 and a half, 12 and a half. From top to bottom.
Here we go.
That's the
Perhaps
odds
the
of
1
getting
hour,
it.
54 minute mark. SVJ, Kraken 2. SVJ's going for evasion with the white shirt. Defenses and buffs. Bane from SVJ is ineffective. He went for an insta-kill with Will. He's sacrificing the ninja here and its katana. Fire 3 from Kraken. Just, again, a little bit tickle damage. SVJ likes what he sees so far. He's only seen 1 nuclear and not much else. There's other deadly stuff out there. SVJ going for more evasion. He's going to temper that knight. Temper gets off, and the knight will lose more evasion from the white shirt and its defense sword. But the question is, what will Kraken do? What will you do?
Ooh!
Zap! Time Elemental
Oh,
hits!
no!
Time Elemental hits! The ninja's gone!
Who has that other ribbon? Didn't the white mage have a ribbon on?
Oh, it's black.
That's not good.
Lightning 2, the zap comes out, does not miss. Will has got to survive this. He's got the life, and he's got to do the killing. Mono is going to probably he's going back to the power gauntlet now.
Might as
Fire
well.
3 is going for chip damage instead of more temper. Blaze, that's fire elemental. Kraken is messing with Saint Von Jester. Does he go to Brack, or does he go to Temper? Saint Von Jester starting to panic. No, he's going to try to fire Brack. There's Thunder. That's lightning elemental. Brack from Saint Von Jester is ineffective. Will with the power gauntlet. Tempering up and increasing his accuracy of his weapon. There's the Mazmoon. 569's not enough. Kraken takes out Mono. Is down to Will and Kraken.
Yes!
969 is good.
Sorry, Will.
All good.
I guess I'll res
He
you.
used
Yeah, well.
directly to Mezada. Notice he uses the life spell on Mezada to conserve those and distribute his life spells. Now Mezada will heal everybody. Cure 4s are going to be used here, and spells. He's in the 30s for heal pots. Well, he's still got another 4 to
Yes.
go.
He has one more floor to go, and then chaos. But chaos, not chaos.
I only got 3 left.
We're gonna get to that in just a second. SVJ is gonna pound through Tiamat in this air floor, Tiamat 2, and then we're gonna stop for just a second. And Mr. Bloodworth's gonna give the story of the incentive for this match,
just wasted a
for this
button.
charity. But first, is it a roadblock? Is this Tiamat 3 of death? SVJ prepares again. He's got the Vorpal on the Knight. That is the game changer. He's got the Mazmoon on Mono. The Knight is up front. Going for Bane on the Ninja. More evasions, the same sort of strategy. It's been working for him.
Sorry, buddy.
Tiamat takes out Mezada.
Oh no.
That Knight has got to survive this. He gets a defense up that's 80 points of evasion. He's going to use another one to get another 80 points of evasion. The max is 240. It will get him to max evasion. Ice 2 from Tiamat with initiative. That's safe. Another defense. Will protecting Will. It's the same idea, Will. The same strategy. Double temper into Will.
I like the strat. Physical damage. You can cast some locks as well if needed.
For offense, there's a nuke from Minochi. That hits for 139. Small roll. Fire 3 from Tiamat. Does damage to the... No! The ninja's down to one knee. He's got 32. He's going to try to use lock and lower the evasion to Tiamat.
I like the lock.
And it
I like the lock
hits.
here.
Easy to hit. Vorpal. 5 hits for 376. Look, the critical hits from the game changer. SVJ using his preferred endgame weapon to start taking control of this fight. Again with the game changer SVJ for 207 after 7 hits. Bloodworth is gone. The thief is
Again.
gone. There's 99. This is all on the Knight. Tiamat misses the Knight and the Vorpal. The game changer for 509 from the beautiful Vorpal. Finish him. 177. Tiamat 2 has been dispatched.
Making it.
Problem is I only have
The life cast. Down to 1 cure 4 using the heal 2s. SVJ, we're gonna go through the incentive here with the double Ds.
Go for it.
And Bloodworth's gonna tell us that story when you get to the floor.
I'll start it now.
Or,
We
yeah, go ahead.
have alternate final bosses that you can select from. We had an incentive going for this. And you could vote on whether you wanted it to be the traditional chaos, or if you wanted it to be one of several other possibilities, like multiple garlands, with one of them being chaos, as we see SVJ doing victory laps here. We have an option called Double Dragons, which is what the incentive actually ended up being. You're going to have 2 of the fiends that you came up against while coming down here are going to be refought in dragon form. So you're going to have something like Kraken and Tiamat in dragon form as the final boss.
Saint Von Jester is 2,000 years in the
I
past,
gotta go, Masa.
trying to save the world and close the time loop. He's at the Shrine of Chaos, the ultimate final boss, in this case a different version of it. This boss sent the 4 fiends back in time to destroy the Earth and destroy the world. It's on SVJ and his 4 light warriors, Mezada, Minochi, and his entire party to close that time loop,
There we go, buddy.
save the world.
Take it from here, Will. This is all you, bud.
The 2-hour mark. Saint Von Jester against Carrie 2 and Tiamat 2, the Double Dragons, the winner of the incentive. Evasion going off. Tiamat goes right into Will for 400. Will gets tempered. There's a lightning 2 from Carrie. We know Carrie 2 has 2 lightning 2s. SVJ knows this. He's got 1 cure 4 in the tank for Mezada. He's got 3 of them, or 2 of them, for Will. We move on to round 2. You can see SVJ on the lower left-hand side of your screen. He is not shaking. There's the second lightning too. We don't know what else Carrie has, but I thought she had a nuclear. Tempers into Will. There's the Cure 4. This is the last one. Will is back to full HP. Tiamat uses the ice too. They're dancing back and forth. You can see them. It's a middle school dance. They're looking at each other across the room. Who's gonna attack first? Is it who attacks first? Bane from Saint Von Jester is double ineffective. There's more evasion from SVJ. Another 40 points in each character. There's the Fire 3 from Tiamat. We saw that earlier.
There it is.
Nuclear from Carrie. We knew they had it. SVJ lost Mezada and Mono. This is gonna come down to the knight on the bottom of the screen again. He's gonna try to get off Desperation Temper into the knight. 703 is good. There's the Temper weapon stronger. Tiamat goes after Will. Tried to take out Will, knowing Will's the problem, but Tiamat 2 misses. Will attacks again with the Mass Moon for 520. Tiamat says no. Takes out Bloodworth and the Thief. There's an ink skill. This is down to Will. 841 is not enough. Tiamat 2. Tiamat 2. Will 281. No. Tiamat 2 misses. No, back to Will. Will in the Mass Moon. 749. GG's and congratulations.
Time! Oh,
Congratulations to SVJ.
what was the time?
201.56.
There you go.
201.56. We have closed the time loop. All is well. Only needed one to win, as you can see.
At being flooded with GG's. Congratulations, SVJ.
Thank you,
This
guys.
was hype. This was a blast. Down to the last man, low on resources, managed to pull it out.
Yeah, thank
Well
you.
played.
Thank you, SPJ. Yeah, thank you, Mezada, for joining me. Thank you guys out in the crowd. Thank you guys out in Twitchland. Thank you, everyone in the back there. I know you guys are cranking it out there. Appreciate it, everyone. Thank you, Will Cleosis and Will Bloodworth, the Willuminati. Thank you, guys. Yeah, clap for them. Yeah, they're good. Yeah, that was intense. Lots of drama. Lots of fun. All those donations. Thank you guys very much. How many Gene Deaths was that, Elf Queen?
I think it was like 37, something
37?
like that. I think it was somewhere around 37, she said.
40 actually after the last fight, I believe.
40. Wow. Yeah. So yeah. Thank you guys very much for that.
Thanks for having us. This was an absolute delight.
All right. With that, we are the last ones of the night. So again, thank you all for hanging out tonight. Yeah. Do you have anything, Mezada?
I don't know. I'd love to see if they have anything announcements for me.
Do we have any last-minute donations back there? Maybe?
Possibly?
Yes. Matter of fact, we have a $40 donation from Elf Queen 86. 40 deaths, $1 per death. Who would join me? Good game, Jester. Be safe.
Thank you. And thank you, Elf Queen, very much. With that, though, let's turn it over to the boys and
Yep. Let them go.
let us go. It's all on you guys, Will and Will.
Once again, thank you guys so much for that amazing Final Fantasy Randomizer run. We'd like to thank each and every single one of you in the chat here live with us at MAGFest. Thank you so much for the donations. We're breaking our goals left and right. It's been an amazing night here, and we will have more in store for
Hold on.
MAGFest tomorrow,
Yeah, hold on.
starting at 8 a.m. with our Yu-Gi-Oh! Run. But if you do !schedule in the chat on Twitch, you can see our schedule for the remainder of the weekend. But until then, thank you guys so much for being here,
Hold on.
for being part.
Hold on.
What?
We gotta let the Wills take us out, and then let's do the thing. So, are you done? If you're done,
I'm done. Go
You're
ahead.
done? Wills, do the thing.
I think we lost
Folks,
Nope, there they are.
What a
Yes.
great game.
it was a fantastic game. It was an honor
Great
to be here.
exhibition. Yes. Thank you. This is our pleasure. I can speak for Will on this one. SVJ Mezada, great job. Thank you very much. Thank you to all the fans. The donations, I'm kind of shaking a little bit. That doesn't happen very often when I'm talking. An absolute honor.
It was.
FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. If anyone's interested, go have some fun. you need help, there's this great new player program for this great game, Will.
Yes,
Someone thought of a pretty good program, and it's been taken to great heights.
Moist Mogwai putting together the Duckling program has certainly made this a very accessible game for new players. It has grown the community by leaps and bounds. It has kept people here who themselves became teachers, who themselves became experts at this game, and the top of the ladder. So we do encourage anybody who has not yet picked this game up, give it a shot. Come on over to the Discord, talk to us. We're more than happy to get you set up, help you determine how best to approach the game, find out what's the most fun for you, walk you through some questions, whatever you need to know. And we're going to hope that the more people that come by, the bigger this community grows, the better the improvements are going to be as time goes by, as has been the case since 2017.
Right, and one of the first Duckling program graduates, we just saw play tonight, Saint Von Jester. Remember the day I met him? It's fantastic.
Yeah. SVJ is one of the originals. So he is the pride of Michigan's Upper Peninsula. Will Cleosis.
The Emerald City Saint. He is the immortal Will Bloodworth. Together,
we are the Willuminati.
Until next year, A, B.
See ya.